pep squad of the students who have supported their teams at home and away.
The Grapevine Mustangs are on Champion Sports Radio. This broadcast of the Grapevine Colleyville Independent School District is sponsored by Classic Chevrolet, First Colleyville Church and Prosperity Bank, Academy Sports and Outdoors, Bottle Cap Alley, Brown Chiropractic, Cryo Nation, and Chip Mercer DDS with Field and Park Dental. Our network sponsors are Energy Addict, Greenleaf Roofing, Whirlyball, LivingForZachary.org, Lone Star Gridiron, and the Greater Dallas Youth Orchestra. Grapevine Mustangs football is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio. You can find us on Twitter at Champion Sports, on Facebook at Champion Sports Radio, and on Instagram also at Champion Sports Radio. And of course, our website is championsportsradio.com. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to historic Farrington Field in the heart of downtown Fort Worth. My name is Jacob Dedamore here along with my broadcast partner Tim Smith, and we are set to bring you a District 4-5A Division II matchup tonight between your Grapevine Mustangs and the Steers of Northside High School out of the Fort Worth ISD. Why do I say historic Farrington Field? Because this is one of the coolest settings in the Metroplex when it comes to watching high school football. Farrington Field, like I said, right in the heart of downtown Fort Worth, in the Arts District, right across the street from Casa Manana and the Will Rogers Auditorium and Coliseum, right over near the new Dickies Arena here, right off University Drive, just north of I-30. We are looking at the Fort Worth skyline right now, just from the west side of downtown Fort Worth, and we're here for a fun evening of high school football as the Mustangs try to win their 5th in a row and keep their position atop the district standings. Tim, first time here tonight. This is my first time here in a long time. I told you it kind of reminded me of Soldier Field. What'd you think?
I agree. You called it. I am originally from Chicago, spent 35 years there. Actually going back this weekend to watch the Bears play the Packers, and as I roll up, certainly the columns on the outside do remind you of Soldier Field. And then when you get into the stadium, like you say, you can see the skyline, which you can while you're in the stadium. You can see the Chicago skyline, which is obviously a little bit more grand than what we're looking at right now. But yeah, it feels great. It feels historic, and it feels like a big game ready to commence here in a few minutes.
As we said, the Grapevine Mustangs coming in at 3-0 so far in district play. The Northside Steers had a good start to their season, winning their first 3 ball games, or 3 of their first 4, but have suffered back-to-back losses, one of them at the hands of O.D. Wyatt, who is also tied with Grapevine atop the district standings, and then kind of an inexplicable loss last week against Poly in a game where they had a number of penalties and ended up losing 14-9. So the Steers are coming in trying to get the ship righted as they are trying to, coming into the season, Northside had made the playoffs back-to-back seasons for the first time since the 1930s, and so Coach Turner, Joseph Turner, really has kind of gotten this program turned around and has got it in more of a winning attitude, and so they're trying to kind of right the ship to see if they can make the playoffs for a 3rd straight season.
And kind of a tough week, right? Both teams coming in with just 2 practices on the week due to state testing. It's an early game on a Thursday, and so the game plans we know will be simplified. They will be a little bit more basic, and it's really going to come down to who makes better adjustments throughout the week. Northside at 3-3, trying to stay alive in district play to get to the playoffs once again. And you mentioned it earlier in the pregame. You and I were talking that they lost a lot of players from last year that were starters. And so you have those underclassmen that are coming in and trying to step up and take that role. And they're coming up against a team that is steamrolling in Grapevine right now. They've won their last 4 games, 3-0 in district play. The last 2 games really haven't been close. And so you wonder, is Grapevine going to come in with that same energy tonight, stay on point, and do what they've done the last couple of weeks to their opponent?
They are going to be a bit shorthanded again this week on offense, as Caleb Tejada, their senior star running back, is going to be out tonight. He re-aggravated that ankle injury as he got rolled up on in practice earlier this week, so he's going to miss the game tonight. They're hoping he doesn't miss any more than this game this week, but you mentioned it. This has been a short week for both teams. Only a couple of practice days for both schools, as pretty much everyone, at least across the area, and I believe across the state, had testing today with PSAT and things of that nature. Yesterday. That happened yesterday morning, so a lot of schools were probably not going to be able to practice. So it's going to be an interesting setting tonight, and see kind of how these teams come out working on a short week. We're going to go ahead and take our first break here on the First Colleyville Church pregame show. When we come back, we will hear from Grapevine head coach Mike Alexander. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football, presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Follow us on Twitter at Champion Sports, like our Facebook page at facebook.com/championsportsradio, or look for us on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio. Tell us why your team will win this week. Share when your favorite athlete is named Player of the Week, or brag about what your school alumni are up to now. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports, facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
Hello, Grapevine High School Mustang football fans. I'm Dr. Kelly Brown, alumni and former Grapevine High School football player. I'm also the owner of Brown Chiropractic Center, which has served the Grapevine community for over 35 years. We're across from Quick Trip on the corner of William B. Tate and Ira E. Woods, and we'd love to invite you to come see us. I'm also a proud supporter of the Grapevine High School football team and the Grapevine community. Go Mustangs!
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we love the sounds of the great outdoors. And that's why we make it easier than ever for you to gear up and have fun out there. Order at academy.com and get free shipping or free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Plus, get free assembly on most bikes and grills for all the ways you love to play. Make shopping easy with Academy Sports and Outdoors. Free assembly applies to in-store purchases only. Free shipping applies to most orders over $25.
It's Pre-Owned Truck Month at Classic Chevrolet. Over 350 pre-owned trucks to choose from. We've allocated millions to pay top dollar for your trade. Get an instant appraisal with our online Easy Pass. Find new roads.
Relax, enjoy the difference.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and Founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as a foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
Welcome back to the First Colleyville Church pregame show. Jacob Dedamore here, and right now I am joined by Grapevine head coach Mike Alexander. Coach, another win on Friday. You guys are still undefeated in district. It was a game that you guys really got off to a fast start and seemed to really put some pressure on the opponent. That's about as quick a start as I can think of you guys getting off to this year. What were your thoughts on how you guys came out in that first quarter?
Yeah, I was proud of our guys all 3 phases of the game in the first quarter. You know, we were obviously ready to play. Credit to our coaching staff and our kids for being ready. And, you know, it's always great when you can take the ball and score on a quick strike. And, you know, it all started with a nice special teams play on the opening kickoff. They tried to do an onside, tried to get a little gain in possession there, and our kids did a good job. So I was proud of that. And then defensively, did a great job on kickoff cover and pinned them deep, made them take a safety. You know, just everything, like you said, went well. And typically that's because of good preparation throughout the week leading up to the game.
You know, throughout the game offensively, Southwest was really focused on trying to slow down and or stop your running game, and generally they did a decent job of it, but your passing game with both quarterbacks in the game really stepped up and did a nice job of kind of taking over the bulk of what you needed to do offensively.
Yeah, they did. They went in about mid, I'd say, I guess maybe the end of the first quarter, they just kind of committed and said, listen, we're not going to let you run the football on us. And when you can put 9 in the box, you know, do that, you got a pretty good chance to stop the run, which they did. And Coach Loyer, offense coordinator, you know, in the first half, we were able to, you know, take what they were giving us, which was some vertical shots. And if you're not going to give those DBs any help over the top, we're obviously going to try and take advantage of that. And our quarterbacks connected. As the game went on, we got into the third quarter. They continued with the 9-man box and stuff, and I didn't feel great about continuing to throw the ball vertically, at 42-0 or whatever it was. And so we kept kind of just handing the ball off and those types of things. But, I kind of, in retrospect, looking back, I think that was a little bit to some of our running backs' detriment, of getting up there and taking shots that they probably didn't need to take. So in the future, if we get that stuff happening again, it's unfortunate, but we're probably just going to have to throw the ball a little bit more vertically and just to kind of keep people from teeing off on our running backs like they did.
Guys, over the last couple of weeks, your receivers have really started to step up and make some plays. Caden Cook and Sammy Kelly specifically have really started to come on over the last couple of weeks. What are your opinions on how those two guys are playing right now?
Well, they're playing really well, and we've made a concerted effort in practice over the last 2 or 3 weeks to work on the deep ball, and to work on connecting on the vertical ball. We knew going into this season that if we were going to play with our off-the-ball tight end and our above-average offensive line and run the football, we were going to have to be able to take shots vertically to keep people from loading the box on us, which inevitably they will end up doing. And we weren't good at the vertical passing game early in the season. We've gotten better at it. We'll continue to get better at it. We've got to keep developing depth at receiver, where we can roll fresh guys in there. And because, if people are going to load the box, you got to be able to throw it over their head. And that's something that we've done since the Creekview game, and we'll continue to emphasize and get better at.
On the defensive side of the ball, a couple of players that really seem to stand out to me. One is your nose tackle, Josh Logan. He is just continually, week in, week out, seemingly getting pressure up the middle and causing some issues for the other team on the other side of the line of scrimmage. And Leighton Towery late has really started to come on and make a lot of plays defensively. What are your thoughts on those two young men?
Yeah, I think that defensively we're probably making the most improvement with our defensive line and our linebacking core in stopping the run. We definitely had a sore spot early in the year on, with Byron Nelson being able to run the ball kind of at will. And then from the second half of the Northwest game moving forward, we've really started to figure some stuff out. Josh, I think it's been a slower process than I thought it'd be, moving him over from offensive line, but he's really starting to figure some things out. Our coaching staff's doing a really good job of continuing to develop depth in our defensive line. And where you can really see it is in practice, Jacob. We do a lot of good run hole situation stuff against our offensive line. And so they're getting really good competition in practice and getting better at stopping the run. So we're going to need to, when we get in the playoffs, the district out west, they want to run the ball. And we've got to continue to get better. And I think we're right where we want to be, improving each week and doing those types of things.
Speaking of that depth on the defensive line, did it feel pretty good for you guys, especially on the coaching staff, to see Garrett Gardner finally be able to get back on the field this year?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, mostly just for him, as a senior that's invested so much into this program, for him to get back out there, it made me really, really happy. He's still a little rusty, which is understandably when you take a month off, really, I guess 6 weeks off from actual competition. But I think it was a good first game for him, and I was glad to see him out there. He had a good week of practice this week. I think he's just going to just add some depth and just keep making that front get better and better.
Things, unfortunately, in that game in the second quarter got real chippy onto the field, and there was some extracurricular happening after some plays. One of the Southwest kids got ejected in the second quarter. How do you guys as a coaching staff, when some things like that go down, how do you pull them together and kind of refocus them to get rid of some of that stuff and focus on the task at hand?
Yeah, I mean, it's a fine line you walk as a coach, because especially on the defensive side, you want your kids to play with an edge. You want your kids to play the game the way it's meant to be played, which is violent between the whistles. And then we had a good conversation with one of our players this week, and I told him, I said, hey, I love your competitive spirit. I love that you toe that line. But, you watch the NFL game, guys at that level, they figured out how to walk right up to that line and then walk back from it, without putting your team in jeopardy. And so I don't want to take away our edge defensively, but there's no doubt we've got to figure out real quick where that line is and how to get right to it and not cross it. But it's a work in progress. I mean, these kids are 16, 17 years old.
Exactly.
You know, they're playing with a lot of emotion, and and it's a violent game in there. But that's what this is about right now, leading up to the playoffs. We got to figure out who we are, what our identity is, and how to play with that passion, but not put our team in jeopardy.
Coming up here on Thursday night out at Farrington Field, you've got the Northside Steers, a team that has had a really good start to the season, but has suffered back-to-back losses now, including one this past week against Poly that was very unexpected in a game that it seems like they just had a very sloppy night and it cost them. Do you, as a coach, feel a team like that might be a little bit more dangerous coming in now? Because
at Northside, I mean, he's taken a program that a few years ago weren't winning at all, and it's taught those kids how to win. At this point last year, they were like 6-0 coming into our game when they came over to Mustang Panther. So I know this. They're going to be ready to play football. You watch them on video, I think we have an advantage in most positions, position by position, athletically. However, they're very sound in what they do. Their coaches know what's going on. They'll have a good plan against us, and then it'll just be about us doing our job and executing better. So, yeah, I mean, they're going to be ready to play, and some games you can't explain. Like, I can't explain how they lost that game other than they had some untimely penalties that really hurt them. But like I said before, Coach Turner does a good job, and he'll have his team ready to play.
All right, Coach, we really appreciate you taking the time, as always, and good luck in the game on Thursday night.
All right, thanks, Jacob.
That is head coach Mike Alexander. We will be back with more of the First Colleyville Church pregame show here in just a moment. You are listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
This is Josh Brown, owner of Cryo Nation and Grapevine, and official cryotherapy provider for our Mustangs. Are you dealing with pain, soreness, or inflammation? Do you want to recover faster? Are you trying to lose weight, tighten, tone, firm the skin? Do you want to sleep better and have more energy? Then you need cryotherapy. In just 3 minutes of cryotherapy, you can accomplish all this and more. Recover faster, look incredible, live your best life. Try cryotherapy today at Cryo Nation and Grapevine for only $15. Get cold, not old.
At First Colleyville, we believe that church is a place where anyone can find connection, purpose, hope, and community. From an engaging kids ministry to a high-energy student ministry, and from compelling weekend experiences to in-depth adult ministry studies, our goal is to lead every generation to know and follow Jesus. If you're looking for a church home, we would love to invite you to check out all we have going on. For service times and directions, visit firstcolleyville.com, and we will see you this weekend.
Hey, North Texas, come on by Bottle Cap Alley in Grapevine. We're newly renovated and now a full-service restaurant. Bottle Cap offers all your favorites like hand-breaded catfish and savory brisket nachos. Or sink your teeth into a juicy certified Angus beef burger. You're sure to find what you like at Bottle Cap Alley. Our hearts are warm and our drinks are cold, so whether you're here to watch the game or just popping in for a quick bite, we're always happy to see you. Bottle Cap Alley on Highway 114 and 26.
The world of banking is like the world of sports. There are winning teams and losing teams. I bank with Prosperity Bank because it's a winning team. It's a team of real bankers who know how to make loans. And they're interested in making you a loan right now. That's a surefire win-win. Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
Classic Chevrolet and Grapevine, 800 pre-owns, all classic certified for peace of mind that could mean a lower payment. Trade your car today online with their Easy Pass. They're paying top dollar. Find new roads.
Relax, enjoy the difference.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit EnergyAddict.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started. So let Energy Addict show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. EnergyAddict.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
Welcome back to Farrington Field in the heart of downtown Fort Worth. Jacob Dedamore here along with Tim Smith. This is the First Colleyville Church pregame show. And right now we're going to go ahead and give you the starting lineups for your Grapevine Mustangs. We're going to start on the offensive side of the ball, and we'll start up front with the studs, the men who lead the way with their big blocking. First we'll go left to right, and we'll start with Drake Beckwith, number 53. He's a 6'6", 260-pound senior. He's at left tackle. At left guard is Travis Mason, the 6'2", 230-pound junior. At center is Cy Owen, number 73, the 6'2", 250-pound junior, snapping the ball. Over at right guard is Drake's twin brother Dylan Beckwith, number 55. He is a 6'2", 240-pound senior. Both the Beckwith brothers are set to go to Kansas State to play their college ball. And at right tackle is Max Livingston, number 74, the 6'4", 235-pound junior. At quarterback tonight, we do expect, as we have the last couple of games, to see both Walker Berryman, number 14, the 6'3", 200-pound senior transfer from Georgia, and we will also see Colt Mercer at quarterback, the 5'10", 170-pound junior. Starting at tailback tonight will be number 4, Parker Polk, the 5'6", 165-pound junior. We also expect to see him playing his typical H position, the slot position at times. When Parker is not at tailback, we expect to see Reed Watkins, number 34, the 5'8", 160-pound junior. Your other starting wide receivers at the X position on the outside is number 12, Drew Vi, the 6'1", 170-pound senior. At the Z position will be number 7, Caden Cook. He is a 6'2", 160-pound junior. And then starting at the H spot in the slot tonight will be Sammy Kelly, number 17, the 6', 175-pound sophomore. And, of course, at the Y position, which is the hybrid tight end H-back role, number 18, Hank Miller, will be getting things started. And he will be, number 18, Hank Miller, is the 6'4", 195-pound junior. So that is your starting lineup. My apologies. That is your starting lineup for the Grapevine Mustangs on the offensive side of the ball. We'll give you the defensive starters here in just a moment. We're going to take our last break. You're listening to the First Colleyville Church pregame show presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
At First Colleyville, we believe that church is a place where anyone can find connection, purpose, hope, and community. From an engaging kids ministry to a high-energy student ministry, and from compelling weekend experiences to in-depth adult ministry studies, our goal is to lead every generation to know and follow Jesus. If you're looking for a church home, we would love to invite you to check out all we have going on. For service times and directions, visit firstcolleyville.com, and we will see you this weekend.
Food, fun, and spectacular rides. The Classic State Fair of Texas is in full swing at Classic Chevrolet and Grapevine. New vehicles are arriving daily. Enjoy the ride with Texas True Pricing. We never, ever charge more than MSRP. Want more thrills? With top dollar for your trade, you could drive home with a lower payment. Get an instant online appraisal with Easy Pass at ClassicChevrolet.com. Find new roads.
Classic Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
Hello, Grapevine High School Mustang football fans. I'm Dr. Kelly Brown, alumni and former Grapevine High School football player. I'm also the owner of Brown Chiropractic Center, which has served the Grapevine community for over 35 years. We're across from Quick Trip.
It's sundown in Texas, and the Mustangs are herding up.
Long days you walk striving to perfect, pushing to make it there. Our run is lifted, and the sweat is on the brow. Living our commitment, Friday nights show us how. Bam, bam, the back, Coach Hayes air attack. His bells and a band sound, big D stacks on money down. Rustlers and cheerleaders, Billy's in form. Sundown in Texas, this is Mustang football. Rustlers and cheerleaders, Billy's in form. Sundown in Texas, this is Mustang football. Pregame with tailgates, Bobby Lewis in the air. Living our dreams through this Mustang DNA we share. Game day, clan the Mac, Coach Hayes air attack. There's bells and a band sound, big D stacks on money down. Rustlers and cheerleaders and Billy's in fall. Sunset in Texas, this is Mustang football. Sun's down in Texas, living it up in the fall. The lights are heating up now, this is Mustang football.
All other use of the accounts of this broadcast without the direct written consent
This
and
is Mustang
permission of
football.
Champion Sports Radio is strictly prohibited. All rights are reserved by Champion Sports Radio and ChampionSportsRadio.com. This is a presentation of Champion Sports Radio, your home for championship broadcasts.
Welcome back to Farrington Field as we are about to get things underway here as the Grapevine Mustangs won the toss and deferred to the second half. So they will kick off and start on defense. Number 49, J.D. Rice, the 5'9", 140-pound senior, is ready to kick things away from the 40-yard line as he lines it up. And we are underway from Farrington Field. High kick, a little bit short. It's going to be caught at about the 12-yard line, near the sideline, up near the 20, where he is upended. The return man that time was number 4, Jonathan Rosales, the freshman wide receiver and defensive back. He was brought down that time by number 23, Solomon Mckenzie, who is back available this week for the Mustangs. So the Mustangs will start on defense, which means up front will be number 48, the senior Tristan Sneed, at one defensive end. At number 50, senior Christian Watson. Your linebackers, the Sam linebacker, number 33, Tyler Mears, the junior, 11, Latham Wayne. The snap is over the head of the quarterback and dropped way back inside the 10 is the starting quarterback for the Northside Steers, Kevin Ortega, the 5'10", 165-pound sophomore. He was tackled by Tyler Mears after the snap went over his head, but we have a flag down on the far side of the field, and it was an offside penalty against the Mustangs. So unfortunate there for Grapevine as they had a chance to get a big negative play. At middle linebacker, junior, number 11, Latham Way, and at the wheel linebacker, number 19, the sophomore, Leighton Towery. We'll give you the secondary in just a moment. 2nd and 5, snap back, handoff going to number 6, Brandon Forrest, the 5'10", 155-pound junior. And he gets a carry of 4 yards out to the 29, sets up a 2nd and 1.
During this two-back set, looking to run the ball heavy.
Shotgun snap back, going to be a handoff up the middle again, getting by a tackler in the backfield and only getting back to the line of scrimmage that time was I believe, again, that was number 6, Brandon Forrest. He had to dodge. You're right. They're running kind of a 20 personnel right now.
Yes.
Forrest for no gain sets up a 3rd and 1 at the Northside 29. Shotgun split back set. 2 receiver to the left, single receiver right. Snap back. It's going to be a play action, little swing pass to the running back, and it's dropped. They were trying to set up it was Forrest that went in motion that time before the snap. He got out into the flat, but the pass was dropped. He had 2 receivers in front blocking. If he makes the catch, he gets the first down, but was not able to complete the catch. And we'll see Northside will go ahead and send out the punt team. It's only about a half a yard needed for the first down, but you really can't risk it here this early in the game, I'm guessing.
I suppose not. You're deep in your own territory, and we all know that when Grapevine gets the ball this deep, typically they get to pay dirt. So smart decision here to kick the ball away early in the game.
Back to punt for Northside. The snap is high, and the punt is just away. Parker Polk's just going to let it bounce. It hits in Northside territory and rolls back towards the goal line. It's going to be down to about the 42-yard line. The punter is number 17, Joseph Villalobos, the 6'1", 190-pound senior for Northside. So the Mustangs, despite the penalty on first down, force a 3 and out. They get a short punt that takes a Grapevine roll, and they'll start in plus territory at the Northside 41-yard line. So as the Mustangs come out, it is Colt Mercer getting the first series tonight with Parker Polk in at tailback. He's going to have 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. Looks like Drew Vi on the left side. Snap back, handoff to Polk up the middle. Finding a little running room, breaking tackles inside the 40, down inside the 35, and down to the 34. A flag is down on the far side of the field. So we'll see what that penalty is.
Really nice individual there by Polk. Individual effort to get those extra yards as he kept those legs churning.
He's a strong runner, as we've seen. Came up through the system as a tailback, but got moved to wide receiver last year, but still has those instincts. Again, we'll see him both at tailback and at slot wide receiver tonight. Still haven't seen what a signal the penalty was. I'm assuming it was against Northside. It was an offside penalty. All right, so yeah, the flag was dropped at the line of scrimmage. It just took him a little while to signal it. Grapevine's going to go ahead and take the penalty. It's 2 yards less on the gain, but it remains first down, 1st and 5. Same formation, snap back, play action. This time Mercer's looking to throw. Now he's rolling it up. Now he's going to fire one deep in towards the end. Going for Drew Vi, and it's going to be incomplete.
I'm looking for the pass interference.
So was thrown. Vi was trying to fight back for the ball, and looked like his arm got grabbed as he was trying to fight his way back towards it, but it goes as an incompletion.
Little curious about that because the 2 receivers up top were stacked, and they ran that post-wheel combination they love so much.
Number 20, Devin Johnson, was on the coverage. Snap back to Mercer. Quarterback draw this time up the middle. Gets hit hard about 3 yards downfield and gets dropped. It's very close to a first down, however. As he gets all the way down to the 32, it's going to be a gain of officially 4 yards to set up a 3rd and 1 for the Mustangs.
I'd expect that Parker Polk will get the ball here and be able to get the first down.
Shotgun formation, offset to the left is Polk. He does get the handoff. He's going to get the first down. Breaks an arm tackle right at the first down marker. Keeps the legs churning and gets all the way down to the 25 for a gain of 7.
Is he running hard?
He is.
After contact right now, that had to be at least 5 to 6 yards after contact, which is huge.
Grapevine running tempo now. Snap is back. Handoff to Polk again. Up the middle. Finding room. Gets a little bit and then gets hit hard just around the 21-yard line. Trying to see who made the tackle that time. Couldn't quite make out the number of the Northside player who made the tackle. Snap back quickly, play action. Mercer's going to fire one towards the end. Going for Jaden Cook, and it is a touchdown. A beautiful throw from Colt Mercer on the play action through a fade to the back corner, and Caden Cook ran under it for a 21-yard strike.
The corner on that side of the field was completely turned around, was looking in the backfield, and he ran right by him there. Was that number 17 that caught that touchdown
That was
pass?
7, Caden Cook.
7, Caden Cook, my apologies. He ran right past the corner. Great throw there by Colt Mercer. We love those dimes when you throw them in the back corner of the end zone.
That was a great throw from Mercer, right on point. J.D. Rice is on for the extra point. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 9:18 to go in the first quarter. The Mustangs strike first. It is 7-0 Grapevine. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football, presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Hey, North Texas, come on by Bottle Cap Alley in Grapevine. We're newly renovated and now a full-service restaurant. Bottle Cap offers all your favorites like hand-breaded catfish and savory brisket nachos. Or sink your teeth into a juicy certified Angus beef burger. You're sure to find what you like at Bottle Cap Alley. Our hearts are warm and our drinks are cold, so whether you're here to watch the game or just popping in for a quick bite, we're always happy to see you. Bottle Cap Alley on Highway 114 and 26.
Hey folks, it's Dorian Menace, General Sales Manager of Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine, Texas. We know you like things easy. That's why we created the Classic Chevrolet Easy Pass. Save time online and purchase with Easy Pass. It's easy. Find your vehicle, value your trade, set your terms, and even get approved for financing. Relax. Enjoy the difference with the Easy Pass.
Classic Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
With approved credit, find new roads.
Grapevine lining it up to kick it away. It's a low line drive kick towards the corner, and it will roll into the end zone for the touchback, as that one by, I believe it was J.D. Rice again. This time it was Hayden Rhodes kicking off, and he kind of hooked that one, but hooked it inside the pylon, and the Steers will start their next possession on their own 25-yard line. That touchdown drive was a 41-yard touchdown drive, capped off by the 21-yard touchdown pass from Colt Mercer to Caden Cook. That's the fourth touchdown pass on the season for Mercer, and the second touchdown reception by Cook. So Northside comes out, two receivers to the left, single receiver right, shotgun split back set in the backfield. Right side back goes in motion into the right slot. Snap is back. Roll out to the right. Throw back to the left. The pass is caught up to the 25-30 and then brought down at about the 33-34 line. Quick throw that time to number 3, Marcus Miles, the 6'2", 175-pound junior. As the quarterback that time, Kevin Ortega, took a little half roll to his left and then turned and threw back to the right. Nice setup play right there, as the running back that went in motion was number 21, Michael Alvarado, the 5'9", 215-pound junior, and he was in the slot ready to block that time for Miles. So 2nd and 1 now at the 34-yard line. 4 wide set this time. Snap back, handoff, up the middle, room to run, up to the 35, the 40, and then brought down at about the 42 that time. Good, strong run that time for the running back, Brandon Forrest, as he drove the pile forward, got about 8 yards and moved the chains.
He sure did. Shockley comes up to make the stop, and looked like Shockley ran into a little bit of a brick wall. Steers running the ball really hard.
So it's going to be a 1st and 10, the first down of the ball game for the Steers. The starting defensive backfield for Grapevine at your 2 cornerbacks, number 21, Adrian White, the senior at one corner. The other corner is number 29, Savion Shockley. Your rover right in center field is the senior, number 6, Cameron Wagner. Snap back, handoff up the middle this time. Just driving forward up to about the 44-yard line. I believe that was Forrest again who took that handoff. Yes, it was. Gets about a 2-yard gain this time out to the 44, sets up 2nd and 8. The freak position, number 20, Jackson Yarborough, the senior, starts at that spot. And at the bandit position, number 27, the junior, Drew Nelson, at that safety position. So 2nd and 8 now for the Steers at their own 44-yard line. They're looking to the sideline, getting the play in. They're going to set up, as they have most plays here, 2 receivers to the left, single receiver right with that split back shotgun set. With the quarterback, Kevin Ortega, running back Brandon Forrest, number 6, and number 21, Michael Alvarado. Now Forrest moves into the right slot. Receiver comes in motion from the left side, takes a little jet sweep handoff, tries to get the corner, finds a little bit of room and gets over the 45 out to about the 47. Looks like they're going to give him about 3 yards. That was number 4, Jonathan Rosales, the 5'6", 135-pound freshman. Wow, they list him at 135 pounds. That's a little bugger. He's only a freshman, so he'll get bigger. But found a little room that time to set up 3rd and 5.
A lot of movement, but didn't really fool anybody in Grapevine. You motion to that short side, and then you bring the slot receiver down in motion. I think everybody knew he was about to get the ball.
That sets up 3rd and 5 for Northside at their own 47-yard line. They're going to go trips left, single receiver right this time. Running back offset to the right side. Snap back, play action, and getting dropped in the backfield is the quarterback that time, Kevin Ortega. As the first man in there was number 48, Tristan Sneed, who got in there with a quickness and got to Ortega.
Tristan Sneed, when you do stuff like that, you end up playing on Saturdays on the next level and then on Sundays. That was an amazing push right up the middle. He just beat his man off the snap, got that easy pressure, and now Grapevine about to get the ball back.
Yeah, Josh Logan penetrated as he's been doing, for the last few weeks up the middle, but Sneed got there first. That's for Sneed. He'll at least get a half a sack. He leaves this team with 3 sacks. The snap is back. It's low, but it's corralled. The punt is high, end over end, and short. it's going to hit but take a Grapevine roll, and unfortunately for the Steers, it bounced right into the gut of one of their players as he couldn't get out of the way of it and touched it down at the 39. Unfortunate, because I bet that thing rolls at least another 10 yards if it doesn't hit the Steer player.
Absolutely, and look for the punt team from the Steers to be an issue later on. We've seen 2 punts and 2 questionable snaps, so we'll see if that plays a factor later.
Yeah, the first one was high. That one came in low. Both were corralled by the punter, Joseph Villalobos. Grapevine will start at their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10 play action. Berryman in the game. He pumps, rolls to his right, and now finds a wide-open receiver up on the sideline near midfield. Tackle missed inside the 45, down to the 40, still running. That's C.J. Holmes, who's back this week after missing the last week's game. The pump fake had the DB faked. He went deep. Holmes came back and was wide open near midfield. He took that pass and just broke a number of tackles and got all the way down to the Steer 32-yard line for a gain of 28 yards. Snap back. Berryman looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep down the middle. Has a man. It's caught. Is it a touchdown? No, it's going to be at the 1-yard line. But a great diving catch by number 12, Drew Vi, who was running a deep post as he was by himself on the left side of the formation. Berryman found him in the middle of the field, and he caught the ball and hit the turf at the 1.
And true to form, the gunslinger comes in. First play, you have to respect the speed of C.J. Holmes, so they're playing well off of him. You hit the curl route, then you come out with the big post drop. Berryman, the gunslinger, coming out and letting it fly all over the field.
A 32-yard catch and run, followed by a 31-yard catch and run. Snap back, handoff up the middle to Polk. He gets hit in the backfield, and he's going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It was 1st and goal at the 1. Coming in that time to make the hit was number 44, Brandon Gandara, the 6', 190-pound senior defensive lineman. He came in and hit Polk in the backfield as he's coming towards the line and stopped him. They're actually going to mark it, and it's about the same line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and goal from just outside the 1. So for 2nd and goal now, snap back, handoff up the middle. Polk again trying to fight his way forward, and no. Gets stopped again. This time getting around the legs of Polk was number 11, Julio Jaramillo, the 6', 185-pound sophomore linebacker. He got into the gap, got around Polk's legs, and brought him down at the line.
I'm a little surprised we haven't seen Colt Mercer come back in the game with his running ability down here by the goal line. And just as I say that,
here he
comes. Okay.
Well, that's one of those I think you just don't want to give Steers the chance to substitute, and you just keep the guys in there. Again, this series started off with a 38-yard catch and run. 28-yard catch and run. Snap back, handoff again to Polk, and he's going to get dropped for a big loss this time as getting into the backfield and making the tackle for a loss of about 4 yards was number 40, Freddie Cerna, the 5'10", 240-pound senior linebacker. He got into the backfield and dropped Parker Polk for a big loss, and that's going to force the Mustangs to kick a field goal here.
Sure did. They were in a straight power formation, moved Polk over behind the other 2 backs that were back there. I halfway expected to see a little bootleg on there.
So that's going to set up a 22-yard field goal attempt here from J.D. Rice. Snap is back, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So Rice extends the lead to 10 points. It's 10-0 Grapevine with 3:06 left to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
The world of banking is like the world of sports. There are winning teams and losing teams. I bank with Prosperity Bank because it's a winning team. It's a team of real bankers who know how to make loans. And they're interested in making you a loan right now. That's a surefire win-win. Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
Back here at Farrington Field, and we had a personal foul penalty on the field goal. I didn't see the flag come down, but it was a personal foul for roughing the kicker, which is a huge break for Grapevine. That'll set them up 1st and goal at just outside the 2-yard line. The 22-yard field goal was good, but J.D. Rice got roughed, and so Grapevine will gladly take another shot at this end zone here. Snap back to Berryman, hand off to Polk, and he is going to make him pay. He punches it into the end zone from just outside of 2 yards out, taking advantage of the extra opportunity to get the touchdown. And the penalty allows the Mustangs to make this a full 2-touchdown lead as they'll now line up for the extra point.
And I love what they did there. They came out and they brought in Berryman, so you expect it. Maybe we're going to throw. We spread them out right, and then you just run up the middle. You got the defense to spread out with you. Very, very great play design to get in the end zone there.
So J.D. Rice lines up this time for just an extra point. Drew Vi, the holder. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. No contact this time on Rice, and it's 14-0 Grapevine with 3:02 to go here in the first quarter. Thank you to Ryan Amerson and Energy Attic. Contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reducing those cold and hot pockets, making it more comfortable.
Catch Carnes and Coach each Monday at 6:30 p.m. Presented by the Kemisod Realty Team on your home for GCISD Live Sports Broadcasts Radio.
Yards, and with the end of it being the 2.5-yard touchdown run officially by Parker Polk. For Polk this season on the ground, that is his 6th touchdown of the season, which ties him for the team lead with Victor Delacruz, who is on the injured list right now.
And he's played. He's been at running back for 3 weeks. Is it now full time?
I believe this is the third game. Third game. Kickoff is away. It's caught about 2 yards deep, and the Steers will go ahead and kneel that into the end zone for the touchback as J.D. Rice boots it deep.
J.D. Rice special.
So the Mustangs take advantage of the penalty on special teams, and it becomes a 4-point play as they are now up 14-0 with the Steers starting at their own 25-yard line on this next possession.
They've gone to one single back in the backfield, so you wonder if maybe they're going to come out and give the defense here a little bit of a different look than what they've shown the first 2 series.
They are coming out with a 4-wide set, trips left, single receiver right. Looks like in the backfield with quarterback Kevin Ortega is number 6, Brandon Forrest. So we'll see what they go here. And now a timeout. The referees are stopping. And it's a delay game. Oh man, couldn't get the play in what they decided they wanted to do quick enough. So that's going to back it up 5 yards, make it 1st and 15 at the 20. You're going to stay in the same formation here. Grapevine defensively is going to line up in more of a 4-man front alignment. Snap is back, play action. Ortega is going to fire off a little screen. It's caught up at the 20, break a tackle into the open field, 30, 35, 40, 45, midfield, still on his feet, inside the 40, and finally getting brought down at the Grapevine 35-yard line is the running back, number 6, Brandon Forrest. They did a little play action fake and threw it to the short side of the field, which is where there was only one wide receiver, but they set up the screen nicely. The running back broke a couple of arm tackles about the 25-yard line and then just turned on the jets and was able to get himself all the way down to the Grapevine 35. What a fantastic play. That's a 45-yard catch and run that time by Forrest.
And at first it didn't look like he had much room to go, but he did. He breaks that tackle and then hits the jets down the sideline.
Yep, just danced his way through the defense. So 1st and 10, first time tonight Northside is in Grapevine territory. 1st and 10 at the 35. Snap back, handoff up the middle to Ortega, pushes the pile forward. Going to get brought down at the 31-yard line for a 4-yard gain. Tristan Sneed comes up off the bottom of that pile, getting around the legs of Ortega. But a nice strong run. They're going to mark it. It's going to be almost a 5-yard gain just outside the 30.
And this is what Coach Alexander talked about in the pregame interview, was really being able to stop the run, contain the run. Right now, the defense is going to have to stand up.
He expected Northside to come in really hyper-focused tonight after having lost their last 2 games. 2nd and just over 5 yards. Trips left, single receiver right. Ortega's going to roll to his right, looking to throw back left. Nothing there. He just tucks it, tries to get away, makes one man miss, and then gets back maybe a half a yard. Ortega showing some elusivity back there in the backfield that time, getting away from a couple of Mustang defenders to avoid the sack and get it basically back to the line of scrimmage for no gain.
Very athletic play. Looked at the screen, looked to throw a quick screen, and it was covered. It was covered, nowhere to go, so he tucks the ball and makes a little bit out of nothing.
That's the third time we've seen him kind of do a half roll to one side and look back to throw to the other for a screen to the other side of the field. That time just wasn't there, and he had to get out of the pocket quick to avoid a sack. 3rd and 5 at the Grapevine 30-yard line. 2 receivers to each side in a 4-wide set. Snap back. Ortega rolls to his right, looking to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and try to get what he can on the ground. He's going to find running room inside the 20, the 15, the 10, and tackled all the way down at the 6-yard line. He was able to escape the pocket that time, stepping up, and then there was just nobody home in the middle of the field for Grapevine, and Ortega found a lot of running room. He's going to get brought down just inside the 6-yard line, a 24-yard gain for the quarterback, number 8, Kevin Ortega.
And they got back there, Grapevine D-line did, and looked like they were going to get their hands on him.
The pocket was collapsing.
He took off. Good athletic play by Ortega.
This time they go back to that shotgun split back set with 2 receivers left, single receiver right. 1st and goal just outside the 5. Flag down on the play. Snap back. Ortega keeps it on a zone read and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. We'll see what the flag is. It was dropped right at the snap. It may be offsides on Grapevine trying to jump the snap.
I think it was on the left side of the defensive line.
But man, what an elusive run by Ortega, keeping it on the zone read and just out-juking a couple of Grapevine defenders to punch it into the end zone for the Steers. And that is the call, offside on Grapevine, so the touchdown stands. Kevin Ortega with a 5-yard touchdown run, and Northside an extra point away from cutting this lead in half.
Very impressive drive.
The extra point is up and good as number 17, Joseph Villalobos, punches it through. 13 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It is now 14-7 Grapevine. And we just had a correction. Numbers from this distance, sometimes hard to read. The quarterback is number 9, Margarito Salazar, the 5'10", 175-pound senior, not Kevin Ortega. So our apologies for that. We thought it was 8. It was actually number 9. So Salazar, the one making these fantastic plays with his legs. But you know, that whole touchdown drive was really set up by the screen pass there on 2nd and 15 from the 20, where Brandon Forrest just scampered his way into Grapevine territory. Then a couple of great runs from Salazar.
Got 2 big plays back-to-back, the screen, and then you had the big play by Salazar as he broke out of the pocket and got down the middle of the field. He's out there cooking right now. Grapevine's going to have to come up with some answers defensively.
Yeah, that's really the first time in a while we've seen a quarterback really get loose on Grapevine like Salazar did those last couple of plays. So the Steers, with a nice 75-yard drive, it was a 75-yard drive that went 80 yards because they backed up on the first play with the delay of game. But still, overall, just a great drive that time. The catch and run, and then some more running from Brandon Forrest, and then Salazar with his legs. Bunch formation here, and it is an onside kick, but it goes 10 yards and out of bounds. Northside trying to be a little sneaky. We saw this last week when Grapevine played Southwest. Grapevine looked like they were ready for it. That onside kick went sideways and went out of bounds right at midfield where the 10-yard marker is. So Grapevine will take over.
Another drive with really good field position to start with. Which quarterback is going to come off the sideline? I assume at this point.
At this point, they really are just. It's not even so much trading drives, but you know they'll use both guys on one drive. But yeah, I would expect Mercer to come out this time to start it. Thank you to Nick Bass and Greenleaf Roofing for your support. Greenleaf Roofing is DFW's preferred roofing company and the official roofing company of Champion Sports Radio. Family owned and operated, Greenleaf Roofing is the #1 choice for all your roofing needs. Residential, multifamily, commercial, storm restoration, they do it all, and they have a ton of lifelong customers. Find out why and get a free quote by visiting greenleaf-roofing.com. So after the 5-yard penalty is marked off, they officially said the ball went out of bounds at the 49-yard line. So they'll mark it down to the north side 44, and coming out Colt Mercer at quarterback. He's going to come out with a trips left formation, single receiver right, and it's going to be a little swing pass screen, and the pass is incomplete. Wow, what a great play that time by one of the Northside defenders. I'm trying to get a number. That is number 18, I believe, who made that. Nope, it's not 18 because we don't have an 18. It's going to be number 10, Roman Chapa. Roman Chapa, the 5'10", 180-pound junior, shot up the field, beat
like
the block, and hit Parker Polk and the ball right as they arrived and just knocked it loose.
Great timing play. It looked like they had something set up, but he beat the block, and like you said, he came in like a missile hot.
That's going to do it for us here at the end of the first quarter. Your score, the Grapevine Mustangs lead the Northside Steers by a score of 14-7. You are listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
To the dentist, and it just keeps getting pushed back to the list. Hey, Mustang fans, have you been meaning to get to the dentist and it just keeps getting pushed back to the list for tomorrow? Well, today, let me introduce you to Dr. Chip Mercer in Fielder Park Dental, where they're creating and restoring beautiful smiles. They're a full-service dental office that provides everything from your basic dental cleanings to more advanced care like implants and Invisalign orthodontics. Online at fielderparkdental.com or call 817-275-4817 for an appointment. Conveniently located in North Arlington, Dr. Mercer's a proud Mustang dad. Fielder Park
They're starting up quickly here. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Snap, or 2nd and 10. Passes tipped and incomplete. Colt Mercer that time trying to hit. I believe that was number 12, Drew Vi, that he was trying to hit on a deep dig route, but the pass kind of sailed on him a little bit. Vi went up to try and make the catch. It went off his fingertips, but thankfully it hit the turf incomplete.
Fortunate that it was not intercepted off the tip ball.
Pass was just a little high, sets up 3rd and 10. Snap back to Mercer. He's looking to throw. Hits it over the middle to Polk. Inside the 30, the 25, the 20, 15, 10, and Polk is going to take it into the house. They cleared out the middle of the field that time with 4 wide receivers, 2 stacked to each side, and it cleared out the middle for Polk, who just ran a circle route right around the end and up the middle, and once he caught that ball, he turned on the speed.
Yeah, you can't teach speed. We always talk about that as coaches. You cannot teach speed, and once he caught the ball, he knew where he wanted to go, and off to the races. 7th touchdown for Parker Polk. He's amazing.
44 yards on the catch and run on 3rd and 10 for Parker Polk from Colt Mercer, and it's back to a 2-touchdown lead. Snap is down. Kick from J.D. Rice is up. And it is good. 11:46 to go here in the second quarter. It's 21-7 Grapevine. You're listening to Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Hello, Grapevine High School Mustang football fans. I'm Dr. Kelly Brown, alumni and former Grapevine High School football player. I'm also the owner of Brown Chiropractic Center, which has served the Grapevine community for over 35 years. We're across from Quick Trip on the corner of William B. Tate and Ira E. Woods, and we'd love to invite you to come see us. I'm also a proud supporter of the Grapevine High School football team and the Grapevine community. Go Mustangs!
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management. The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug for a Whirly Ball competition. Or play the most affordable laser tag in the city. Learn more at whirlyball.info.
Back here at Farrington Field, where the Mustangs have extended their lead back to 2 touchdowns. And the Mustangs are lining up to kick it away from the 40-yard line towards the south end of the stadium. This one a high spinner, trailing back, going to get caught at the 5 and is going to be returned up to the 15, 20, 25, finding some room out to the 30 and almost out to the 35. Nice run back that time for Northside, as it was number 4, Jonathan Rosales, the 5'6", 135-pound freshman, showing some speed there and setting up his steer teammates in decent field position at their own 32-yard line.
I particularly like how he jumped through a few people on his way, both feet off the ground. No hesitation, no fear.
27-yard return, so it'll be 1st down. So the Mustangs come up with a huge play on 3rd and long, a 3rd and 10 touchdown pass. you could tell that play was designed for Parker Polk because it just the way they had the formation set up, it cleared out the middle of the field. And once he caught that pass, he had the first down, and then it was just turn on the Jets.
He was off to the races for, my apologies earlier, his 10th total touchdown of the season leading the team.
Snap back, but the whistle was being blown as a flag is dropped. I don't think people were set. I think we're going to end up being a false start, and that is the case. So back it up to the 27-yard line, 1st and 15. Now that is Polk's 4th touchdown receiving this year, which, as you said, gives him 10 total for the season. Easily in the team lead now, as Polk has, over the last few weeks with the injuries at running back, has really become a threat both through the air and on the ground. Split back shotgun set, 2 receivers right, single receiver left, high snap corralled, play action this time. The ball is kept, as it looked like Salazar was gonna hand it off to Forrest, but kept it and took off up the middle and gets about a 6-yard gain.
Unfortunate, because as he's going down, the ball kind of came loose, but it kind of bounced right up into his belly.
Timing was a little off on that play because of the high snap, which Salazar was able to grab, but he still was able to get 6 yards. It's 2nd and 9 now at the 33-yard line. Same formation, twins right, single receiver left. Shotgun split back set. Salazar gets the snap. This time he will hand it off. Going over left tackle this time, or over left guard, up to about the 35-yard line is the running back, number 6, Brandon Forrest. They're going to mark him officially at the 36-yard line, so give him a 3-yard gain. That'll set up a 3rd and 6 for the Steers.
And number 11, Latham Way, he's been all over the field tonight. He's been in almost every single tackle. He was there again, the 6'1", 180-pound junior. He is motivated sideline to sideline. He's just everywhere.
The Steers this time, at least starting off the play, they're going to set up in a true traditional 4-wide set with the running back this time being number 21, Michael Alvarado. Offset to the right side of Ortega. Receiver comes in motion, setting up a trips right formation now. Shotgun snap back. Salazar looking to throw, not finding anybody. Now he's going to keep it, and he's going to spin out of one tackle, get up the field, and he's going to get close to... Wow, what an athletic play by Salazar. Should have been dropped for a sack that time. Is able to escape, but the Grapevine defense was able to get to him and stop him about 2 yards short of the first down after a gain of 4.
He's continuing to make plays with his legs, so Grapevine going to have to figure out a way to contain him and keep him inside
and he's got a lot of moves, too, back there. He's made a couple of spin moves, a couple of nice cuts to get away from defenders. That time, Grapevine was able to corral him short of the first down, and for the moment, the Steers are going to keep the offense on the field, 4th and 2 at their own 40. Shotgun, split back set, twins left this time, single receiver right. Play clock under 10. And they do snap it. Handoff over the right side, and he's going to get stopped. The Grapevine defense just stands everything up at the line of scrimmage and gets the turnover on downs. That time, one of the running backs, I believe that was Jonathan Rosales, the young freshman, number 4, who took the handoff. No, never mind. That was not 4. That was number 6, Brandon Forrest, who took the handoff and went to the right side trying to go over right tackle. And, I mean, the whole defensive front of Grapevine just stoned him right at the line of scrimmage.
Sure is. You can't even – I mean, the tackle was made by all 11. Yeah. The last person I saw get off the pile was
There was 4 or 5 defenders to meet him at the line. Grapevine gets a turnover on downs and takes over at their own 41. Snap back. Looking to throw is Berryman. He's going to fire one deep up the near sideline. It goes up and incomplete. Good coverage that time as he was trying to hit. Looked like Solomon Mckenzie was the receiver he was trying to hit at the goal line. The pass hung up a little bit, but still, the coverage was very good that time for Northside as defending on the play. Looks like trying to get a number down there. I believe that's number 20, Devin Johnson, the 5'9", 205-pound senior. Not 100% sure. Can't quite tell from here. Snap back. Berryman throws it this time. And again, a great play on a screen pass. As coming in that time was number 13, I believe, Jaden Lopez, who beat the block and hit the receiver as the ball arrived as they were trying to set up the bubble screen.
He knocked the ball out with his hand. I thought he was almost going to intercept that pass and take it down the other way.
So sets up 3rd and 10. Berryman taking the shotgun snap. He's going to swing it out to Polk here on the near side, trying to make a man miss. He does. Inside the 40, inside the 35, and Parker Polk gets the first down. Berryman looked downfield, didn't find anybody, so he just threw it to his relief valve, Polk in the near side, the right flats over here on the near side of the field, and Polk just made 3 men miss and got it all the way down to the 29-yard line, a gain of 12 and a first down.
When in doubt, give it to number 4.
Yeah.
Let him go get the first down for you. No problem. Nice decision. Stack at the top.
First and 10. This time a little swing pass. It's wide open this time. C.J. Holmes makes the catch, and he's going to have a first down. Tripped over his own feet a little bit. Otherwise, he might have been able to bust that in. That was actually number 23, Solomon Mckenzie, not 22. He catches the pass. This time the blocking was there, and he gets it down to the 18-yard line, another gain of 11.
They stack it up again. Once again, the top guy on the stack is going to run the deeper route. The short guy this time just stops. They're playing so deep. Why not just throw it to him now?
This time it's a handoff to Parker Polk. Gets through the line of scrimmage before finally getting brought down at about the 26. It'll be a gain of about 3 yards that time as Polk just kind of danced his way up the field. Gain of about 3 yards there. Sets up at 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line. Again, that stack set of receivers to the left side, and they'll throw it out there for the screen. It's Mckenzie making the catch. Inside the 15, getting brought down at about the 12. It'll be a gain of about 4 yards, set up a third and manageable. Be third and about 3 yards.
I really like what they're doing with this stack receiver, and they're setting it up. Look for a deep ball coming within the next couple series.
He's stacked up over there at least the last couple of times I ran it with Sammy Kelly, who was blocking and blocking well. This time Kelly's going to be by himself on the left side. Twins right, snap back, play action. Berryman rolls to his right, looking for a man, and the pass is over and incomplete, and he was trying to hit Mckenzie, but he missed a wide open receiver in the back of the end zone. C.J. Holmes was standing in the back of the end zone with nobody around him, and Berryman just didn't see him.
He had C.J. Holmes and he had Sammy Kelly, who came from across the field in the back of the end zone by himself as well. Unfortunately, he just didn't see it. It's easy for us to see it up here.
Yep.
A little bit more difficult when you're down there running around on the field.
Yeah, Berryman was rolling to his right and tried to hit Mckenzie near the goal line, and the coverage was pretty solid, and the pass just sailed. So a 29-yard field goal attempt. The kick is up by J.D. Rice, and it is good. So Rice hits from 29 yards out to extend the Grapevine lead. It's 24-7, 7:19 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Hey, Mustang fans, have you been meaning to get to the dentist and it just keeps getting pushed back to the list for tomorrow? Well, today, let me introduce you to Dr. Chip Mercer in Fielder Park Dental, where they're creating and restoring beautiful smiles. They're a full-service dental office that provides everything from your basic dental cleanings to more advanced care like implants and Invisalign orthodontics. Online at fielderparkdental.com or call 817-275-4817 for an appointment. Conveniently located in North Arlington, Dr. Mercer's a proud Mustang dad. Fielderparkdental.com or call 817-275-4817.
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we love the sounds of the great outdoors. And that's why we make it easier than ever for you to gear up and have fun out there. Order at academy.com and get free shipping or free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Plus, get free assembly on most bikes and grills for all the ways you love to play. Make shopping easy with Academy Sports and Outdoors. Free assembly applies to in-store purchases only. Free shipping applies to most orders over $25.
Back here at Farrington Field, the Mustangs are ready to kick it away. They have extended their lead now to 17 points. The kickoff is a high, deep one. It's going to trail back into the end zone and land about 2 yards deep for the touchback. And the Steers will start on their own 25-yard line. So the Mustangs that time able to move the ball and get themselves a 29-yard field goal from J.D. Rice to extend their lead to 24-7.
Now we'll see what the Steers have planned. They had some success on the drive before last. They got stalled out the last drive, went for it on 4th and 2, but they know that they can run the ball a little bit. They have some confidence in their running game from the quarterback position. So it's going to be interesting to see how they respond now down 21.
Nice to see Grapevine turn that turnover on downs into points. Ends up only being a 29-yard drive officially before it stopped up for the field goal. So this time the Steers come out, 1st and 10, their own 25. Trips right, single receiver left. Shotgun snap back to Salazar, play action. He's looking to throw, and he's going to get sacked this time. Nowhere to go this time for Salazar as he just got enveloped by number 50, Josh Logan. Assisting him on the play was number 11, Latham Way. as the pressure from Josh Logan up the middle out of that nose guard position just continues to be week in, week out consistent.
And great play there by Jackson Yarbrough, because what he wanted to do was he pumped the deep. He wanted to come back to his slot number 1, but Jackson did not bite on the pump. He came up, played his responsibility. Quarterback gets sacked.
Loss of 6 on the play, 2nd and 16. The running back goes in motion, empty set now. Salazar rolls to his right, throwing back left for the screen, and it is almost intercepted. Grapevine was ready for that time as Salazar did another half roll to his right, came back trying to hit Marcus Miles on the screen pass as the running back Forrest motioned out of the backfield to give him an empty set, but Grapevine was ready, and he really should have just thrown that ball away because that ball pinballed off a number of Northside and Grapevine players and hit the turf.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that play now 3 or 4 times, that same sort of concept, and we talked about adjustments, in-game adjustments. Grapevine obviously prepared their players to be ready for something like that when they came back on the field.
Senior number 42, Garrett Gardner, in at end, and yeah, this play is going to be stopped. Tristan Sneed moved, and then the right tackle moved. We'll see who the penalty's on. Tristan Sneed, one of the defensive ends, started to go, as well as the right tackle for Northside. We'll see who they call this on. Sneed's going to check out now, and Christian Watson's going to check in, and they're going to say it's a false start. So back it up 5 more yards, back to the 14-yard line. Now it's 2nd and 21. Or 3rd and 21, excuse me, for
Not
the
a
Steers.
lot of plays in the playbook for 3rd and 21.
Not many, no. The Steers in a 4-wide set, 3 to the right, 1 to the left, with Salazar in at quarterback.
It's going to come down to tackling on this particular play. Grapevine has been a little bit lacking tackling the last 2 drives, so this will be huge.
6.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Shotgun snap back. Salazar immediately rolling to his right, giving chase as Garrett Gardner. He gets away. He's just going to try and get what he can. Cuts back towards the middle, and then finally gets brought down at about the 20-yard line. As coming in to make the tackle looks like number 11, Latham Way. He was looking for something on that right side, nothing there, so he just tried to run as far as he could before he got brought down. Ends up being a gain of about 6 yards to the 20-yard line, and it'll set up a punting situation.
I wonder if that wasn't a quarterback run all the way. Maybe not, because if not, he kind of gave up awful quick, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I think Grapevine was kind of dropped back in a zone there to take away anything big, and so maybe he just said, well, there's nothing big, so I'm just going to run.
This is interesting. No return. Oh, here he comes.
Yeah, Parker Polk checks in late. The punt is away. It's high and short, and Polk is just going to make the fair catch at midfield with 6:02 to go here in the first half as Grapevine takes over again, up 17. Thank you to Steve Swanson at Whirly Ball for sponsoring this broadcast. Corporate events, team building, and private parties are more fun when you're zipping around in a Whirly Bug, and they have the most affordable laser tag in town. 2 locations to serve you, 1 in Plano and 1 in Hearst. You can visit them online at whirlyball.info for more information. Mustangs come out with 2 receivers to the left, single receiver right. Shotgun formation, Berryman in at quarterback, handoff up the middle, Polk dancing around, finds some room, gets inside the 45, down to about the 42 for a gain of 8.
So patient, Parker Polk. He gets the ball. You can see him. He's got his hands on his offensive lineman. He's picking and choosing where he's going to run with the ball, and then he explodes for that big gain up the middle.
Once he sees that little gap, he accelerates very quickly. 2nd and 2, handoff, no play action. Berryman dropping back. He's going to fire deep up the sideline. That pass is caught inside the 20, the 15, inside the 10. Breaking tackles, carrying defenders all the way down to the 5-yard line is number 43, Roman Holgan, the 5'10", 185-pound senior tight end. What a beautiful play. They cleared things out for the tight end. He blocked for a second, then just ran a wheel route up the sideline behind the wide receiver who went deep. Throw was right on point from Walker Berryman, and he gets all the way down to the 5, 1st and goal.
Sure did. Sammy Kelly ran the post on the side here to the field. He runs the post. He actually gets open, but I love the play design because you're right. He blocks for a second. No one pays attention to the tight end. He doesn't get a lot of balls thrown his way. He slips down the sideline. Perfect throw. What a great catch and run after the play. Now you're set up at the 5-yard line.
Only the 2nd catch of the season for Roman Holgan. That one goes for 37 yards. We do have a Northside player down on the field getting tended to by the trainers here on the near sideline as on that play, Roman Holgan not only broke a tackle, but then also carried a couple of defenders down to the 5. And the trainers are attending to him, and the young man slowly starts to get up, and looks like he's going to be able to come off the field under his own power. That's number 14, Oscar Carmona, the 6'10", 185-pound junior defensive back.
6'10"?
Sorry, 6'1". Sorry, 6'1". My bad. So he looks like he's coming up under his own power, and hopefully he's okay and will be able to come back into this game.
Little giddy up there.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the north side 5-yard line. Shotgun snap back. Play action, little throw into the end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown. Number 18, the starting tight end, Hank Miller, on the grab on the little RPO action right there as Berryman lobbed it right over the top of the defense, and Hank Miller makes the grab for the 5-yard score.
We call that the tight end pop pass. Just give the little play action. Tim Tebow made it famous at Florida, right, with the jump pass to the tight end. That's a great throw by Berryman. I like that drive. I like that drive a lot.
Only the 2nd catch of the season for Hank Miller as well. This one goes for a touchdown and extends the Grapevine lead. J.D. Rice on the field to kick the extra point. The snap is down, the hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good. So 5:17 to go in the first half. Grapevine is really taking control now. It is 31-7 Mustangs. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
This is Josh Brown, owner of CryoNation and Grapevine and official cryotherapy provider for our Mustangs. Are you dealing with pain, soreness, or inflammation? Do you want to recover faster? Are you trying to lose weight, tighten, tone, firm the skin? Do you want to sleep better and have more energy? Then you need cryotherapy. In just 3 minutes of cryotherapy, you can accomplish all this and more. Recover faster, look incredible, live your best life. Try cryotherapy today at CryoNation and Grapevine for only $15. Get cold, not old.
Back here at Farrington Field, where the Mustangs have now extended their lead to 24 points. It's 31-7 Grapevine. It was actually on the touchdown catch. It was number 12, Drew Vi, who made the grab. So give Vi his first touchdown of the season. Kickoff is high and short, caught at the 12-yard line. It will be returned up to the 20, 25, up to the 30, and then brought down at about the 32-yard line, as in on the tackle that time was number 8, Redmond Webb. Made the tackle of the minuscule freshman, Jonathan Rosales, who gets about a 20-yard return out to the 32-yard line for Northside. So, yeah, that was Drew Vi, actually, 12, not 18, on the touchdown catch. That is Vi's first touchdown of the season. But, brilliantly lined up there. He was almost lined up like a tight end. That's why I thought it was Hank Miller who made the grab.
It's a great catch by Drew Vi. I'm sure he was excited to get himself in the end zone for the first time all season. Great leaping grab.
1st and 10 for the Steers. Snap is back. This time Salazar keeps it on the zone read, and he'll get maybe a yard or two before he gets dropped. And now we have a late flag, as we had some extra curricular over here between Leighton Towery, the linebacker, and one of the offensive linemen, number 76, Eduardo Vidilla, the big senior. Personal foul. It's going to be a face mask against Leighton Towery, as the helmet of Vidilla did come off on the play. So add 15 yards to the end of that play, and it'll take it all almost out to midfield.
Yeah, kind of a strange little exchange there towards the end of the play. It looked like they were just entangled and the helmet popped off, but it's hard to tell from up here what was really happening.
So they call a face mask on Towery that time, as he was entangled with that big senior offensive lineman. Number 76, Eduardo Vidilla, listed at 6'6", 360 pounds. Shotgun snap back, but flag dropped by the head linesman. A false start on the play that'll back it up 5 yards, back to the 44 of Northside.
This has been a little bit of an issue for Northside, as it was a week ago. The penalties are starting to mount up a little bit, and they're hurting themselves in pre-snap penalties.
So that's going to make it 1st and 15 now at the 44-yard line. Shotgun split back set, 2 receivers right, single receiver left, snap back, handoff up the middle this time, over midfield and into Grapevine territory. Nice strong run by number 21, Michael Alvarado, the 215-pound junior, before he's gang tackled by Grapevine defenders. Solid run that time, gain of 9. It's going to set up a 2nd and 6.
And some of those runs up the middle might pop a little bit bigger now because the defense is going to pay more attention to Salazar. So by him being able to show that he can run the football, that opens up things for his running backs.
4 minutes to go here in the first half. The Steers in Mustang territory now at the 47-yard line. Same formation, 2 receivers right, single left, snap back. It's going to be a handoff over the right side, just getting past the line of scrimmage. Going to be a gain of 2 yards that time, as in on the tackle. Looked like that was that was number 20, Jackson Yarbrough, coming up to make the stop. Gain of 2 yards that time for the running back, number 6, Brandon Forrest, as he went over right tackle. It's got to be a little hard to defend because almost every play you have the running backs, if they stay in that split back set, crossing each other for a possible zone read. So it's almost like a triple option play.
You have the cross buck, and then I'm going to have to pay a little bit more attention. But when you have that, you're inevitably going to have a guard from the backside pulling around to that play side. So there's a lot of moving parts that Grapevine has to get through to find the ball carrier.
And we have a timeout on the field as Northside wants to call timeout, make sure they have the right play here on 3rd down. We'll take it with them. 3:17 to go. It's 31-7 Grapevine. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Like the world.
Catch Carnes and Coach each Monday at 6:30 p.m. Presented by the Kimasad Realty Team on your home for GCISD live sports broadcasts, Radio.
Is the big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easy to gear up and have fun out there. Order at academy.com and get free shipping or free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Plus, get free assembly on most bikes and grills. Shop now. Free assembly applies to in-store purchases only. Free shipping applies to most orders over $25.
It's Pre-Owned Truck Month at Classic Chevrolet. Over 350 pre-owned trucks to choose from. We've allocated millions to pay top dollar for your trade. Get an instant appraisal with our online Easy Pass. Find new roads.
Relax, enjoy the difference.
3rd and 4 for the Steers at the Grapevine 45-yard line. Shotgun snap back, handoff up the middle. It's going to be close as they gave the ball. The tackle was made that time, I believe, by Tyler Mears and Josh Logan. It's only a 3-yard gain for the running back, Brandon Forrest, and it's going to set up a 4th and 1. So they stop him short and sets up a 4th and short.
And now there's so many options for Northside the way that they've been able to run the ball. Probably looking at a read option here to give Salazar the opportunity. Grapevine with everybody up at the line of scrimmage.
4th and a yard for the Steers at the Grapevine 42. They're going to go with a traditional 4-wide set on this play. Forrest is the tailback. Now receiver comes in motion. They hand it to him on a jet sweep. Coming around the right end. It's going to be close, but no, he's going to get dropped. Meshach Ngoy, number 13, gets off his block and makes the tackle on the near side for a loss on the play as they gave it to the receiver, Jonathan Rosales, on a jet sweep. There is a flag down that's right at the line of scrimmage. We'll see what the penalty is.
The offense looks to be staying. No, have they come off?
Let's see. The rest it is.
Talking.
They call a face mask on Meshach Ngoy on the play. I guess it was as he was getting away from the block because it certainly wasn't on the tackle. Ngoy, Rosales was trying to come around the left side, get around the end on a jet sweep. It was going to be close, and then suddenly Ngoy just busted into the backfield and made the stop, but a face mask call keeps the drive alive. Snap back, handoff up the middle, and nothing doing that time as Christian Watson, number 82, and number 33, Tyler Mears, dropped the running back, Brandon Forrest, right at the line of scrimmage. May have even been a loss of a yard.
Sure was great defense there as everybody is staying in their gaps. Obviously, they fake the handoff there to the slot receiver coming in motion and then go up the middle, but Now the running back, number 6, look like he has a little hitch in his giddy-up, trying to stretch his right leg out a little bit.
Looks like they dropped him back at the 28. It is a loss of a yard on the play, 2nd and 11 now for the Steers after that big stop by Mears and Watson. Staying in that 4-wide set this time. Snap is back. Play action. The ball's on the turf as it was a bad exchange. Let's see who comes up with it. It is Grapevine. The Mustangs come up with it. Josh Logan, who gets penetration on almost every play from that nose guard position, drops onto the ball as the exchange was just mishandled that time by Salazar, and the Mustangs come up with their first actual turnover of the ball game.
Josh Logan has been dominant at that position all season long, really causing a lot of havoc in the middle. So we saw him fumble Salazar a little while ago where the ball had started to come out. We've seen a couple of mishandled snaps. So now Grapevine, can they take advantage with a minute 32 and spread this lead out a little bit longer? We know they have a good kicker if they can get in range.
That fumble looked like it was just the exchange that time between Salazar and his running back, Brandon Forrest, just got mishandled, and the ball hit the turf, and Josh Logan was Johnny on the spot. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 32. A minute 32 to go in the half. Handoff on a jet sweep to C.J. Holmes. He's got running room on the outside around the 40 up to about the 44. Will be a gain of 12 yards. Nice job by C.J. Holmes picking his way through, getting a nice gain to move the chains. And the clock stops for a moment, and now it starts up again. Under about a minute 20 to go in the half. 1st and 10 for Grapevine. They have all 3 timeouts left. Check that. Snap back. Rolling to his right is Mercer. He's going to take off now up to, check that, that's Berryman in the game. He's going to get across midfield before he gets popped and gets brought down. He got popped backwards, but it looks like they're going to give him forward progress to the north side 46 for a 10-yard gain and a first down.
I like his toughness there, but if I'm Coach Alexander, I'm asking him to go ahead and get down and slide before you take that big hit.
1st and 10 for Grapevine as they're on the move. Clock running, 1 minute to go, and now play has been stopped. They were still getting the chain set, it looks like. Actually, they may have been They're allowing Northside to substitute. Yes. Grapevine made a substitution, so the referees stopped the clock to allow the substitution for Northside.
Absolutely.
1st and 10, officially at the Northside 45. Now the clock starts rolling. Grapevine, all 3 timeouts left. 1st and 10. Trips left, single receiver right. Shotgun snap back to Berryman. Looking to throw to his right or his left. It passes caught at the 35, the 30, and going to be brought down right there at the 30-yard line. That's number 23, Solomon Mckenzie, who's had a couple of catches here in this first half. Gain of 15 yards and a first down as we're at 45 seconds and the clock restarts.
Heck of a throw by Berryman there in the hole.
Trips left, trips right this time. Single receiver to the left. Snap back. Berryman looking to throw. He's going to fire over the middle. The pass is caught by C.J. Holmes at the 20. He's going to have a first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily. He gets brought down at the 17 that time after the catch. On the tackle was number 11, Julio Jaramillo, the 6'10", 185-pound sophomore. And now the timeout is called with 29 seconds left to go in the first half. First timeout of the half by Grapevine as they are on the move trying to punch this ball into the end zone before the half.
And doesn't Berryman look like he's just settled into this game? He is out there picking the defense apart, hitting the holes. They're obviously playing a cover 2 shell to protect the end zone, but now the entire playbook is open with 29 seconds left.
Since its establishment in 2009, Living for Zachary has impacted thousands of families by providing heart screenings for ages 12 to 22, donating AEDs to youth-based organizations, and training community members in the use of CPR, all with the goal of saving lives. Sudden cardiac arrest doesn't wait, so we can't either. Schedule your child's heart screening today, apply for an AED for your organization, or make a donation that could change a life forever. Together, we can give our children's hearts a second chance. Join the movement at livingforzachary.org today. The Mustangs have the ball at the Northside 17, 1st and 10. 28 seconds left to go here in the first half. Snap back to Berryman. He's looking to his left to throw. Now he rolls and fires it down the field, and it's over everybody and incomplete. He was looking for Drew Vai, but the coverage was pretty good on that play by Northside. Berryman may have just thrown that away on purpose.
Oh, it's extremely heads-up play. You don't want to force anything down here because you already got, you assume 3 points in your pocket. So I like the idea for him to throw the ball away and not force anything or take a sack.
2nd and 10 now for the Mustangs. Receiver Sammy Kelly comes in motion. Snap back handoff to Parker Polk. Dancing around, gets to the 15 and gets brought down. Nice open field tackle at about the 13-yard line that time by number 10, Roman Chapa. the junior defensive back, only a gain of about 4 yards. And the second time out of the half is now called by the Mustangs with 14 seconds to go here in the first half. Did you play Texas high school football? If you did, you're part of an elite group, and Lone Star Gridiron wants to honor you. You can visit lonestargridiron.com/brotherhood for more information. All right, so, Coach, what do you do here? You got third and about 6 yards to go at the 13-yard line. They put a couple seconds back on the clock with 16 seconds left.
Well, it's a short field goal here if that's the move. So if J.D. Rice is good with this hash mark, what I'm doing is taking a shot at the end zone. If my field goal kicker needs to be at the other hash mark, then I'm simply going to run to the right. If I break it, great. If not, I'm calling my last timeout and kicking the field goal.
I was going to say, you still have a timeout, so the middle of the field is still open as well, yeah? All right, 3rd and 6 for the Mustangs at the 13-yard line. Berryman takes a shotgun snap. He's looking to his right. He's going to fire one over, and that pass is caught for the touchdown. Parker Polk, who's done it on the ground and through the air, has a pass go right into his gut, and he falls down into the end zone for the score. And now they're checking on Polk, who took a shot on that play as he made the catch. Boy, what a great job by Parker Polk to hang on to that ball, because he really did take a shot as he went down to his knees and made that catch. Hopefully it's just maybe the wind knocked out of him, but he's being checked on right now by the trainers. 10 seconds to go here in the first half. That's Parker Polk's 3rd touchdown of the game and the 2nd through the air. And you just hope this is nothing serious.
Yeah, the way he went in there, he did get clobbered, but it looked like one of those plays where you catch the ball and kind of land on the ball perhaps. And
he's up and jogging off the field,
Yes.
so it looks like he's okay, thankfully. But, yeah, great job by Parker Polk, just finding a little soft spot in the middle of the end zone and just going down into a crouch. So that pass, a rocket from Berryman, went right into his gut.
that play reminded me of one of the greatest plays in NFL history. John Elway, Browns, throwing the ball to Webster Slaughter to beat the Browns. I'm sorry, he was with the Broncos, obviously. The rifle that Berryman showed there to get that ball threaded through the needle between 3 defenders in the end zone, ice in his veins.
J.D. Rice on for the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 10 seconds to go in the half. We're going to take a quick break. 38-7 Grapevine. You're listening to Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and Founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as a foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
Back here at Farrington Field, the Mustangs in full control now with a 38-7 lead after the touchdown pass from Walker Berryman to Parker Polk. A picture-perfect 2-minute drive there by the Mustang offense. 68 yards in just under a minute and a half, capped off by the touchdown pass. This kick is high by Rice and booted. It's going to be caught at the 4 and returned up to the 15, 20, breaking tackles and getting to about the 25, 26-yard line that time. Is Northside, and their return man, and that was number 6, the running back, Brandon Forrest, who returned that out to about the 26, 22 yards on the return, but only 3 seconds left here in the first half. So the Mustangs really doing a good job offensively here in this game, taking advantage of a turnover on downs and the fumble on the last possession with that 2-minute drive, and now they're going to get the ball to start the second half as well.
Much like we've seen the last few weeks with Grapevine, they're taking advantage of just about every opportunity that they have to put points on the board.
Northside takes the shotgun snap. It'll just be a handoff up the middle out to about the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 2 yards for the running back, Michael Alvarado, to end the first half. The Mustangs all over the Northside Steers in this first half. They lead comfortably 38-7. When we come back, we're going to have the halftime show for you. It will be the Prosperity Bank halftime show, and we'll let you hear some of the Grapevine marching band. There are a few games going on around.
It's sundown in Texas, and the Mustangs are herding up.
Friday nights show us how. Bam, bam, the Mac. Coach hates our attack. His bells and a band sound. Big D sacks on money down. Rustlers and cheerleaders, Billy's in form. Sundown in Texas, this is Mustang football. Rustlers and cheerleaders, Billy's in form. Sundown in Texas, this is Mustang football. Pregame tailgates, Bobby Q is in the air. Living our dreams through this Mustang DNA we share. Game day clocks and whistles ready at the go. No question about it, cause it's football, you know. Bam and the Mac, Coach A's air attack. His bells and a band sound. Big D sacks on money down. Rustlers and cheerleaders and Billy's in fall. Sunset in Texas, this is Mustang football. Sun's down in Texas, living it up in the fall. The lights are heating up now, this is Mustang football.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
It's Pre-Owned Truck Month at Classic Chevrolet. Over 350 pre-owned trucks to choose from. We've allocated millions to pay top dollar for your truck.
Fabulous Philly social officers are President Kate Clement, Vice President Kira Ronan, Secretary Rhea Srinivas, Historian Crystal Mandyloop, Chancellor Ella Crenshaw, Social Media Administrator Aubrey Alexander, and Philanthropy Chair Holly Hilton. Welcome to the field, the Grapevine Phillies dance team. The fabulous Phillies are under the direction of Christy Hansen, assisted by Amanda Burridge. The Phillies wish to extend a special thank you to our 2021-2022 Silver Level sponsors, Admission Dance, Classic Chevrolet, and Spingus Hollyville. This week's staff recognition is GHS teacher and head cheer coach, Catherine Henry. This week's Spirit Girl is Haley Munoz. Rookie of the Week is Abby Jenkins. And our Philly Honor Girl is Olivia Heidenberg. The Phillies will be performing an impressive jazz field routine 2, bang bang. And those are our fabulous Phillies.
Seen Salvazar has really put the defense in some precarious positions, and that zone read has been working well. However, I've seen the adjustment by Grapevine in the last series where they really went to more of a gap style of defense, and they're really controlling their gaps. As long as they can play position defense, I think they should be okay versus the run in the second half.
Yeah, and I tell you what, this defensive line for Grapevine just seems to have gotten better each week as the season has gone on. Josh Logan, again, has really done a great job of penetration in this first half. The only reason they don't have more sacks in this game is just because of the elusiveness of number 9, Margarito Salazar, who has basically just escaped a couple of times to get out of the backfield and avoid sacks. Logan got the fumble on the bad exchange. We've seen Tristan Sneed get in the backfield a couple of times in this ball game. They've just done a good job. Obviously, the passing game for Northside is more horizontal than vertical from what we've seen them try to do so far. And the defensive backs for Grapevine have done a decent, outside of one play, basically have done a decent job of shutting that down.
Yeah, they came out. They like to run the screen game. They like to boot to one side and run it the other way. They like to do a lot of misdirection, and it really caught Grapevine kind of off balance in that first quarter more than anything. But they seemed to come alive and adjust on the sideline and be able to shut that down a little bit more again by playing that good sound position football, not chasing the ball too much or chasing the fakes, because they're doing a lot of crosses with the running backs, a lot of cross bucks, a lot to look at if you're the defense.
Right now we're going to take you down to the field and let you hear some of the Grapevine Mustang Marching Band. Then we'll take a quick break, and when we come back we'll catch you up on scores from around the area tonight, as well as some other things going on in the world of sports, and set you up for tomorrow. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet, and this is the Prosperity Bank Halftime Show on Champion Sports Radio.
Mustang Band is under the direction of William Red and James Reese. Assistant directors include Brooke Irby, Richard Drew, Justin Draper, and Oscar Von K. Loud. The Mustang Band's corporate sponsors include Tool Automotive Company, Super Service Incorporated, Turner 14 Real Estate, Bob Moore Sports, the best smokehouse and car wash masters, Lindsay Walden, and Dr.
Second quarter. At the half, Keller Central leads Eaton High School out of the Northwest ISD. That game is 19-15 at halftime. South Grand Prairie taking on Arlington Sam Houston, doubling them up 28-14. Denton Braswell taking on McKinney High, 21-7 the score there in the second quarter, with Braswell having the lead. Rock Hill High School out of Prosper taking on Frisco Memorial. That score 23-20, a close battle there in the second quarter. Elsewhere around the area, over at Irving ISD Stadium, Dallas Jesuit taking on Nimitz High, 28-14 Jesuit in the second quarter, as those two teams are the two teams atop that district. Elsewhere around the area, Kennedale all over Diamond Hill Jarvis out of Fort Worth ISD, 49-0. Argyle blasting Carrollton Ranchview 63-7. Again, that's only a halftime score, man. Hillcrest all over Adamson, 49-0 at the half, and Kimball taking on Spruce tonight. Kimball up 26-7. Also over in the Dallas area, Mesquite Poteet shutting out Conrad 37-0, and South Oak Cliff playing Seagoville. South Oak Cliff up 35-14. That game also in the second quarter. Big game tomorrow night in this district for folks to pay attention to will take place as O.D. Wyatt takes on Carrollton Creekview. O.D. Wyatt tied atop the district here in 4-5A Division II coming into tonight with Grapevine at 3-0 in district play. Carrollton Creekview comes in third place at 2-1, so that'll be a massive game tomorrow in this district for Grapevine folks to pay attention to. That game is over at Handley Field here in Fort Worth between Creekview and O.D. Wyatt. Some professional sports action going on tonight. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers leading the Philadelphia Eagles 14-7 in the second quarter on Thursday Night Football. Game 5, the deciding Game 5 in the National League Division Series between the LA Dodgers and San Francisco Giants has just gotten underway in San Francisco. Top of the first inning there. And it is opening week for the NHL. Your Dallas Stars are on the road to start their season in Madison Square Garden, taking on the New York Rangers. It is through 2 periods at MSG, and those two teams are tied at 2 apiece. So that'll do it for you. That's catching up from around the area. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll have the stats from the first half for you. This is the Prosperity Bank Halftime Show, and this is Grapevine Mustangs Football, presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
At First Colleyville, we believe that church is a place where anyone can find connection, purpose, hope, and community. From an engaging...
The world of banking is like the world of sports. There are winning teams and losing teams. I bank with Prosperity Bank because it's a winning team. It's a team of real bankers and a big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Follow us on Twitter at Champion Sports, like our Facebook page at facebook.com/championsportsradio, or look for us on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio. Tell us why your team will win this week. Share when your favorite athlete is named Player of the Week, or brag about what your school alumni are up to now. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports, facebook.com/championsportsradio, and on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
Hello, Grapevine High School Mustang football fans. I'm Dr. Kelly Brown, alumni and former Grapevine High School football player. I'm also the owner of Brown Chiropractic Center, which has served the Grapevine community for over 35 years. We're across from Quick Trip on the corner of William B. Tate and Ira E. Woods, and we'd love to invite you to come see us. I'm also a proud supporter of the Grapevine High School football team and the Grapevine community. Go Mustangs!
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we love the sounds of the great outdoors. And that's why we make it easier than ever for you to gear up and have fun out there. Order at academy.com and get free shipping or free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Plus, get free assembly on most bikes and grills for all the ways you love to play. Make shopping easy with Academy Sports and Outdoors. Free assembly applies to in-store purchases only. Free shipping applies to most orders over $25.
Classic Chevrolet in Grapevine has been named regional buying center for pre-owned vehicles in Texas. 2,000 vehicles will be purchased, all makes and models. It's easy with buyers on hand writing checks. Classic Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and Founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as a foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
Back here at Farrington Field where the Northside Steer Marching Band is doing their halftime routine. This is the Prosperity Bank halftime show here on Champion Sports Radio. And right now we're going to give you some of the numbers from what we've had so far here in the first half as Grapevine leads by a score of 38-7 as they have been extremely efficient with their offense tonight. Walker Berryman leading the way with the passing offense so far as he is 10 of 14 in the first half. As I get to the numbers here, Grapevine 275 yards of total offense, more than doubling up Northside, who has 127 yards of offense. Grapevine only 49 yards on the ground to 73 for Northside, but it has been through the air where they're really doing damage. 226 yards passing in that first half for Grapevine. Only 1 turnover in the ball game. That was the fumbled exchange as Northside was driving at the Grapevine 32 and just had a fumbled exchange on an attempted zone read play that Grapevine recovered and turned into a touchdown on their 2-minute drive. As I was saying, Walker Berryman 10 of 14, 161 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. Colt Mercer only 2 of 5 passing, but both completions were touchdowns as he had 65 yards through the air. Parker Polk has done it on the ground and through the air. We do have an update on Parker Polk, by the way. He did just have the wind knocked out of him, we were told, and he came off onto the field under his own power, and it looks like he's fine. So that's good news there for Grapevine. Parker Polk had 8 carries for 27 yards on the ground in the first half and the 1 touchdown. C.J. Holmes had a nice 17-yard run on an end around that looked quality. Mercer and Berryman each had a carry in the first half as well. As we said, Parker Polk doing it on the ground and through the air. Outside of his 27 yards and a touchdown running, he has 3 catches for 69 yards and 2 touchdowns through the air tonight. So 96 total yards on 11 touches and 3 touchdowns for Parker Polk, who's doing it all. Drew Vi had that touchdown towards in the second quarter. He's got 2 catches for 36 yards and that score. Caden Cook had the 21-yard touchdown catch for his only catch of the ball game tonight. Solomon Mckenzie, who's back after missing last week, has contributed 3 catches for 31 yards. C.J. Holmes, same thing. After missing last week's game, back in the lineup tonight, 2 catches for 32 yards to go with that 17-yard run of his. And then, as we talked about earlier, Roman Holgan got his second catch of the year in the second quarter. A nice 37-yard catch that set up the touchdown to Drew Vi. For Northside, their passing game only 2 of 4 throwing the ball for Margarito Salazar, but 54 yards as he had the 45-yard screen pass to Brandon Forrest. Marcus Miles also had a catch for 9 yards. Salazar has the only touchdown of the night for Northside, as he has 10 carries for 32 yards. That includes a couple of sacks tonight, but when he hasn't been sacked, he's done some good things with his legs. Brandon Forrest, 6 carries for 14 yards. Michael Alvarado with 5 carries for 22 yards. So as we talked about before we take our last break of the first half here, You know, Northside's moved the ball some, but they've been setting themselves back with penalties and then a turnover as well.
Penalties and then the turnover. And so, but what they have shown is that Salazar is very athletic. They have a good run game. They like to do a lot of the misdirection. So for Grapevine, it's a great opportunity for them dealing with such an athletic quarterback to see if they can come out and shut that down. They may need to have that in their back pocket going into the playoffs later on. So I think it's a good opportunity for them to come out, fix a little bit of the leaks that they had there in the first half. And then offensively, it's a question, right? Will they continue to go through the air, or will they go back to what we know them to do and kind of run the ball a little bit? I expect them to have a full open playbook of this first series and come out, score a touchdown, maybe put this game away, and then start leaning on the run game a little bit.
That's going to do it for us here on the Prosperity Bank Halftime Show. We'll take our last break. When we come back, we'll get you set up for the second half of play. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Hey, North Texas, come on by Bottle Cap Alley in Grapevine. We're newly renovated and now a full-service restaurant. Bottle Cap offers all your favorites like hand-breaded catfish and savory brisket nachos. Or sink your teeth into a juicy certified Angus beef burger. You're sure to find what you like at Bottle Cap Alley. Our hearts are warm and our drinks are cold, so whether you're here to watch the game or just popping in for a quick bite, we're always happy to see you. Bottle Cap Alley on Highway 114 and 26.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit energyattic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started, so let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. energyattic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
The world of banking is like the world of sports. There are winning teams and losing teams. I bank with Prosperity Bank because it's a winning team. It's a team of real bankers who know how to make loans. And they're interested in making you a loan right now. That's a surefire win-win. Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
Stay up on all the latest news about the teams you care about and know when your favorite games are on the air thanks to Champion Sports Radio social media. Follow us on Twitter at Champion Sports, like our Facebook page at facebook.com/championsportsradio, or look for us on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio. Tell us why your team will win this week. Share when your favorite athlete is named Player of the Week, or brag about what your school alumni are up to now. That's on Twitter at Champion Sports, facebook.com/Champion Sports Radio, and on Instagram at Champion Sports Radio. Your home for championship social media.
Hello, Grapevine High School Mustang football fans. I'm Dr. Kelly Brown, alumni and former Grapevine High School football player. I'm also the owner of Brown Chiropractic Center, which has served the Grapevine community for over 35 years. We're across from Quick Trip on the corner of William B. Tate and Ira E. Woods, and we'd love to invite you to come see us. I'm also a proud supporter of the Grapevine High School football team and the Grapevine community. Go Mustangs!
Living in North Texas provides all of us with an amazing quality of life, including an affordable cost of living, outstanding schools, unbelievable cultural opportunities, and the best sports around. But we also have to put up with severe storms. Hi folks, Champion Sports Radio President and founder Thomas Lee here to tell you when a hail or windstorm comes through your neighborhood, do what we did and call Greenleaf Roofing. Greenleaf Roofing is a fully insured, locally owned and operated company built on the values of amazing craftsmanship, affordable options, and innovative solutions. And they are proud that those values still stand as a foundation for their business today. And did I mention Greenleaf Roofing has 24-hour emergency service available? It's nice to know Greenleaf Roofing will be there in a hurry if you need them. After the first experience, I became a customer for life and have used them on 3 different homes. But don't just take my word for it. Learn about the Greenleaf Roofing difference yourself by calling them at 972-379-9109 or go online to greenleaf-roofing.com to find out how you can get your free quote. Greenleaf Roofing, the #1 choice for all your roofing needs.
Back here at Farrington Field for the start of the second half with your Grapevine Mustangs leading the Northside Steers by a score of 38-7. And the Mustangs will start with the ball on offense to start this third quarter as they won the opening coin toss and deferred. Right now, Northside lining up in a bunch formation, and now they're going to spread out. Grapevine was ready just in case they tried an onside kick like they did earlier in the ball game. Mustangs were ready for it then. Probably still expecting it now. You never know. Kick is going to be a high kick, going to be caught, returnable about the 13-yard line up to the 20, 25, room to run, 35, 40 before running into a wall that time as Parker Polk, who's been doing it all tonight, returns the kickoff that time and returns it all the way out past the 40-yard line to, let's see where they mark it. Looks like the 41 officially.
If Parker Polk plays some defense tonight, we're going to have to start calling him Johnny Be Good from the old 80s movie, if you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Wow, is he everywhere.
About a 25-yard return that time for Polk. Sets up the Mustangs 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. 2 receivers stacked to the left side, and a little swing pass out into that formation. Little catch by Kelly, and he's up the sideline. He's got room into Northside territory, finally knocked out of bounds at the 40. Berryman in at quarterback for this first possession of the third quarter. Threw a little swing pass to number 17, Sammy Kelly. The little bubble screen worked perfectly. A 19-yard gain, 1st and 10.
Nice little tunnel screen. Nice blocking up front by the receivers to get those yards.
Snap back, handoff to Polk up the middle, dancing, finding some room inside the 35 down to about the 33. That'll be a gain of about 7 yards for Parker Polk on first down. They're not changing the formation at all. They're just running tempo, lining up and going. Shotgun snap back, play action for Berryman. He's looking downfield. He's going to fire one deep down the middle of the field. It is caught. Oh, no, it hits the turf. Sammy Kelly looked like he had that one in his hands. The defender was right there behind him, may have knocked that ball free. I believe that was, let's see, I'm trying to get a number down there. Can't quite tell from here.
Looked like there were 2 defenders on him. Nice throw, even though with the coverage, and it did get to both of his hands.
It got there. I'm wondering if the defender who was right on his back may have knocked that ball loose, but a good throw by Berryman nonetheless. Third down now, and 3, little pop pass this time. Trying to find his way around the right end and going to be coming up short of the first down. They tried a little jet sweep pop pass action. It was Sammy Kelly on the carry that time. He ends up getting no gain, so that sets up 4th and 3. Well played by the Northside defense, stretching that out. Kelly couldn't find any room to run.
No room to run there, and now they're going to go for this.
Yep, kind of in no man's land here at the 33-yard line. That'd be a really long 50-yard field goal, so Grapevine's going to go ahead and go for this. 4th and 3 at the 33. Snap back, hand off to Parker Polk, and he gets the first down. He breaks outside, inside the 25, inside the 20, still on his feet, inside the 10, and he will take it in for the touchdown. Parker Polk busted up the middle, got the first down, was able to bounce it outside and just stiff arm and outrun defenders. He takes it all the way to the house from 33 yards out.
Parker Polk with the cheat code. He gets up there, he stiff arms a guy, he makes a cut to the left, he reads his receiver blocking downfield, and then speed down the sideline again. Parker Polk cannot be kept out of the end zone.
His 4th touchdown of the ball game, his 2nd on the ground. This one from 33 yards out, and Grapevine takes the opening possession and takes it the length of the field.
Hope they have some Skittles on the sideline for him. He earned them.
Snap is down, kick from J.D. Rice is up and good. 10:33 to go in the third quarter, 45-7 Grapevine. You're listening to Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
The world of banking is like the world of sports. There are winning teams and losing teams. I bank with Prosperity Bank because it's a winning team. It's a team of real bankers who know how to make loans. And they're interested in making you a loan right now. That's a surefire win-win. Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
At First Colleyville, we believe that church is a place where anyone can find connection, purpose, hope, and community. From an engaging kids ministry to a high-energy student ministry, and from compelling weekend experiences to in-depth adult ministry studies, our goal is to lead every generation to know and follow Jesus. If you're looking for a church home, we would love to invite you to check out all we have going on. For service times and directions, visit firstcolleyville.com, and we will see you this weekend.
The Mustangs line it up to kick it away. It's a short pooch kick here. It's going to be caught at about the 16, then muffed and picked up. And now trying to find some room to run, running sideways towards the near sideline and nowhere to go is the freshman, number 4, Jonathan Rosales. As he hit the ball, came into his hands about the 16, and then he just lost control of it, and he had to go back and pick it up and just tried to find room, couldn't find any, and got brought down. Ends up losing some yardage and getting brought down to about the 13.
It's going to be tough anytime you bobble the kick like that when you're playing against a really good special teams unit like we've seen from Grapevine. They're very, very good on the special teams unit. So it's going to put yourself in a bind. Great play by the kickoff team.
That time, Grapevine going with a kind of a high short kick that time. Split back shotgun set. Ball is kept by Salazar, and he gets dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Christian Watson came around the end, and Salazar had nowhere to go. He would have been better off handing, I think just a bad read that time, would have been better off handing that ball to Brandon Forrest up the middle, but he decided to keep it. Christian Watson was having none of it and dropped him it ends up only being a 1-yard loss, but a great play nonetheless.
Love seeing that. Love seeing the aggression from the defensive line to be able to stop that off. And really, they just stood everybody up at the line of scrimmage, not much for anywhere to go.
2nd and 11. They're going to stay in that split back set with Forrest at one tailback and Michael Alvarado at the other. 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Alvarado goes in motion now to the left side in the slot. Then the other receiver, the freshman, comes in motion. Jet sweep, handoff is dropped, and then trying to get anything he could and getting no gain, maybe a loss of a yard, as Latham Way made the tackle, was the freshman Jonathan Rosales. Tried the little pop pass right there, but it was more of a handoff really forward, and the ball just hit the turf. Luckily, it popped back up, and he scooped it and tried to get upfield and just had no room.
Very, very lucky. You can see that the defense from Grapevine is flying all over this field coming out of the locker room. And you can see a single focus stop the run game.
Officially a yard gain on that play sets up a 3rd and 10. Trips right, single receiver left in a 4-wide set. Salazar rolling to his right. Now he throws as he gets hit, and the ball is going to hit the turf. Was almost intercepted that time. Is coming in to make the hit was number 29, Savion Shockley, who came blitzing from his cornerback spot and hit Salazar in the back right as he released the ball. I think that's the only thing that kept it from being picked, as Adrian White broke on the ball and almost made a diving interception.
Yeah, and had Salazar not booted to the right just a little bit on that half roll, he may have fumbled because he never saw the blitz, and
he never saw Shockley coming.
Shot from Shockley on the back. And wow, this defense really coming out to make a statement as we start the second half, and now Grapevine look to get the ball in excellent field position.
Jonathan Villalobos setting back the punt for Northside, just inside the end zone, gets the snap. High kick this time, end over end. Good hang time, and it's going to be fair caught by Parker Polk at the 45-yard line. Only a 32-yard punt, but really good hang time that time from Villalobos. Prevented any chance at a return.
Best snap we've seen on the special teams. It was a perfect snap, and he did. He loaded up his leg and got everything into it nice and high, and a perfect fair catch by Polk. You don't want to do anything else than that with the ball that high and those gunners coming down at you.
So the Mustangs take over in plus territory again tonight, as they'll take over at the north side 45-yard line, 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the right this time stacked up. Berryman still in at quarterback, swings it out to the left side. It's caught up the sideline, inside the 30, the 25, breaking tackles, and then finally getting brought down at the 23-yard line, as that was Solomon Mckenzie taking the little bubble screen swing pass that time. dancing through, getting up the sideline, using that speed. But we have a flag down on the play, and this one's coming back as there was a hold by the Grapevine offense. So wipe out that gain by Solomon Mckenzie. Would have been about a 22-yard gain. But it's coming back. Looked like a downfield hold, actually, that time. So that would have been on the wide receiver, Sammy Kelly, who was lead blocking on that bubble screen. And it ends up being a 4-yard penalty as he got caught holding down inside the 40. 1st and 14 now. Snap back Berryman. He's going to fire this deep down the hash mark. He's got C.J. Holmes, and it's tipped up and incomplete. The pass was just a touch underthrown, and Holmes, as he slowed up to wait on it, the ball came down and went off the helmet of the defender on the play who was trailing. That was number 32, Jesse Chapa, the 5'9", 180-pound senior. He's trailing the play, and the ball came in, just went off his helmet, and thankfully didn't fall into the hands of a defender.
Yeah, it hung up in the air just a little bit too long and bounced off that helmet.
Berryman takes a shotgun snap this time, fires over the middle, has C.J. Holmes for a first down inside the 35, and brought down at about the 31, 32-yard line. Just a little easy, little quick slant route that time. As in on the tackle was Joseph Villalobos, the 6'9", 190-pound senior. Brings down Holmes at the 31-yard line, and we have a Northside player down on the turf. It's going to be an 18-yard catch from C.J. Holmes and a first down for Grapevine.
Solid read by Berryman. Obviously, it was a long-distance situation. They went to that deep zone, and C.J. just sits in a hole and then waits for the ball, much like they did on their 2-minute drill to go down the field. So I really like the read and the patience, and C.J. sitting in the hole and making himself available to his quarterback.
I think it's pretty safe to say this is the best we've seen Walker Berryman look tonight throwing the ball, as he has really been on. I mean, he's had a couple of deep balls that were just a little bit underthrown, but most of his mid-range passes and passes out to the side have been very on target tonight.
He's been on fire, and you have to imagine with the practice reps, right? More practice. He came in as a transfer, so he's a little bit behind the 8 ball with the offense, but you can see as he's getting more work with his teammates, he's getting a lot more comfortable with this offense.
2 receivers stacked to each side. Snap back, little swing pass out to the far side. Caught inside the 30. That's Holmes this time. Gets wrapped up. Nice open field tackle that time at about the 29-yard line. I believe that was number 44, Brandon Gandara, the 6'9", 190-pound junior. Only a gain of about 2.5 yards on the play.
Yeah, long throw for a screen pass. If you really
near
look at
hash mark to the far side of the field.
Exactly, that is a long throw. It took a long time to get there.
Just under 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Snap back, play action. Pass caught by Caden Cook at the hash mark at the 20. Makes a man miss, gets inside the 15, down to the 13-yard line. 16-yard gain for Caden Cook, and the chains move again. Again, that time that was just a little easy hitch route, pitch and catch for Caden Cook and Walker Berryman.
And a nifty move after the catch, and that's what it's going to take when you're getting those short passes.
Snap back, they're going to swing it out to, and it's dropped. That time they were trying to hit C.J. Holmes on the near side of the field, as I believe the pass to play before may have been Solomon Mckenzie. I'm not 100% sure. It's hard to see 22-23 from this distance. But that one was definitely C.J. Holmes. It falls incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 13. Berryman in the shotgun takes the snap. Looking to pass. His pass over the middle. Caught for the touchdown. Just an easy slant route that time from Sammy Kelly. He got inside the defender, and an on-target throw on the slant from Walker Berryman, and the Mustangs have hit the 50 mark.
Caught him in a single coverage. They haven't been singled up very often tonight, but you catch him in a single coverage. He runs the slant, throws the perfect ball right down the middle. Great catch, great route, great play. Wow. Berryman's on fire.
Yes, he is.
On fire.
That was a great throw right there for the touchdown. First touchdown of the game for Sammy Kelly. J.D. Rice on for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. 7:32 to go in the third quarter. 51-7. Grapevine. You're listening to Mustangs football, presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
There's a time and a place for everything.
As you'll see, projections for the next quarter are...
He shoots, he scores! 2 points for team middle management. The office is not one of them.
Jack, can I see you in my office?
No pouting, it's your ball. Let's see what you got.
But Whirly Ball is. For corporate events, team building, and private parties, Whirly Ball in Hearst and Plano is electric fun. Test your skills on the arcade games. Zip around in your Whirly Bug.
Grapevine High School football player. I'm also the owner of Brown Chiropractic Center, which has served the Grapevine community for over 35 years. We're across from Quick Trip on the corner of William B. Tate and Ira E. Woods, and we'd love to invite you to come see us. I'm also a proud supporter of the Grapevine High School football team and the Grapevine community. Go Mustangs!
Mustangs lining up to kick it away here from the 40-yard line. J.D. Rice gets his leg to it. It's a low line drive. It hits at the 15, picked up at about the 11, up the middle of the 20, 25, out to the 31, 32-yard line before being brought down as the tackle made on that kickoff by number 27, Drew Nelson. Kind of a low line drive kickoff that time from J.D. Rice, which you really haven't seen much of that kind of kickoff unless it was on purpose this year. He might have just mishit that one.
He might have. We usually see J.D. Rice taking that ball to the end zone, and that's 2 times in a row that they've. So it could be strategy.
The previous one was a high pooch kick for hang time. I get that. About a 20-yard return that time for Northside out to the 31-yard line where they will set up 1st and 10. Trips left, single receiver right, shotgun formation, snap back, and handoff is made and just nowhere to go that time as a gaggle of Grapevine defenders on the play, including number 82, Christian Watson, the defensive end in there, as that time it was Brandon Forrest on the carry, and he gets dropped behind the line of scrimmage for a 3-yard loss. Grapevine all over that play.
Somewhat interesting here. You look to see if Northside is going to try to open things up just a little bit, or if they're just going to work on their own type of game, getting ready for the coming weeks.
2nd and 13 now, back at the 28-yard line. They're going to stay in that trips left, single receiver right formation. Shotgun snap. It's low, but corralled. Play action. Salazar now getting flushed to his right, and he just throws the ball away as he was getting it's incomplete. Looked like he was throwing it away, but actually he was trying to get it to his running back that time, number 21, Michael Alvarado.
Awful dangerous throw.
Yeah, very. Tristan Sneed got into the backfield quickly and was flushing Salazar to his right on that play as he got penetration and immediately made Salazar have to scramble.
They're definitely getting back there. It looks as though the Northside offensive linemen have gotten a little tired out as Grapevine's defensive line is taking over the game up front.
3rd and 13 now for the Steers at their own 28-yard line. Shotgun snap back. It is going to be a handoff this time and a little bit of power running this time as getting back to the original line of scrimmage was number 21, Michael Alvarado. He got hit behind the line by Christian Watson, but was able to power his way forward for about a 2.5-yard gain. They officially mark him at the 30 for a gain of 2.
And I wondered, the offense was out there. I wondered if they were going to go for it, but no, here comes the punt team. And here comes Mr. Everything, Parker Polk, to return the ball.
Polk back there around his own 39-yard line, ready to receive this punt from Joseph Villalobos. Mustangs on their way to moving to 4-0 in district play. Snap is back. This one kind of a line drive kick. It's caught at the 39 and just fair caught. No need to return the ball in this game.
Not when there's 3 guys bearing down on you.
Mustangs will start this possession at their own 39-yard line with 5:33 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Thank you to Ryan Amerson and Attic Energy. Energy Attic, I should say. Contact Energy Attic to transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic helps you improve your home climate control, reducing those cold and hot pockets, make it comfortable throughout, and saving you up to 40% on your energy bill. We'll get the rest of that here in just a moment.
Reed Watkins in the game.
Watkins in at tailback. Mercer in at quarterback. Little swing pass. Nice catch, nice block across midfield into Northside territory, as I believe, is that Kelly?
It was. Sammy Kelly with the screen.
Sammy Kelly catching the swing pass on the bubble screen, making a gain into Northside territory to the 47, a 14-yard catch and run, and the sticks move. Mercer into quarterback. We mentioned number 34, Reed Watkins in at tailback on this possession. Play action. Mercer now going to fire one, has a man wide open. Sammy Kelly. Nobody went with him. Or that's Drew Vi, excuse me. That's number 12, Drew Vi, who makes the catch. I think that time they faked the block Drew Vi faked like he was blocking for the bubble screen and then just took off, and nobody went with him, and Mercer just lobbed it to him for an easy score.
Easy peasy. If you recall, back in the second quarter, when they were down in the red zone and they were running those stack screens, I said at some point they're going to fake that screen and hit somebody going down the sideline. They finally got to it. Great time to do it, too.
A wide open touchdown that time for Drew Vi, his second of the ball game. The kick from J.D. Rice is up and good. 5:03 to go in the third quarter. It's 59-7 Grapevine. You're listening to Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we love the sounds of the great outdoors. And that's why we make it easier than ever for you to gear up and have fun out there. Order at academy.com and get free shipping. Free shipping applies to most orders over $25.
Hey, Mustang fans, have you been meaning to get to the dentist and it just keeps getting pushed back to the list for tomorrow? Well, today, let me introduce you to Dr. Chip Mercer in Fielder Park Dental, where they're creating and restoring beautiful smiles. They're a full-service dental office that provides everything from your basic dental cleanings to more advanced care like implants and Invisalign orthodontics. Online at fielderparkdental.com or call 817-275-4817 for an appointment. Conveniently located in North Arlington, Dr. Mercer's a proud Mustang dad. fielderparkdental.com or call 817-275-4817.
The kickoff this time is high and inside the 10, caught at the 7, and it's going to be returned. Swinging back towards the middle up to the 15, 20, 25, 30. Nice little return that time by the freshman, number 4, Jonathan Rosales, as he cut back into toward the middle up the hash mark and got all the way out to about the 30-yard line, 23 yards on that return.
Yeah, they've shown a good propensity for returning the kicks, haven't they? They've had good returns every time they've had the opportunity.
Had some solid ones for sure.
I wonder right now what the discussion is on the sideline between Berryman and Colt Mercer. Are they counting their touchdown passes? Are they competing with each other for who's going to throw the most tonight? It'd be an interesting conversation to be a part of.
That touchdown pass is the third of the game for Colt Mercer. The second touchdown from Drew Vi, 47 yards on the strike. First down, blasted in the backfield. Josh Logan getting in there along with Tyler Mears, as just nowhere to go that time for the running back Brandon Forrest, as he gets dropped for a 3-yard loss back at the 27.
And the big offensive lineman, number 76.
Oh, yes.
He is
the returning starter, number 76, big Eduardo Vidia.
He got up, and I'm going to tell you that he was jumping around on his right ankle a little bit, so something to watch because he's the anchor of this offensive line. And
he's in it. Vidia plays center, playing center at least at the moment. 2nd and 13 now. Running back goes in motion, snap back, and it's going to be a swing pass, and it's going to hit the turf, unfortunately. They were trying to set up a screen over here on the near side of the field to Brandon Forrest. That pass kind of fluttered out of the hands of Salazar, and Forrest couldn't scoop it up off the turf.
Yeah, we haven't seen any energy really coming from the north side offense after the halftime break, and you just get the feeling that they need a big play. They need something to spark their offense.
It just doesn't seem like their passing game's capable of threatening you vertically. And so when everything's horizontal, the defense starts to creep up. Snap back, handoff. No, it's kept by Salazar, and he's going to get dropped for a loss. As Tyler Mears didn't buy the zone read fake at all and stayed with Salazar and dropped him all the way back at the 23-yard line. That's another loss of about 6 yards on that play on 3rd down, and another sack for the Grapevine defense.
This defense has just become overbearing, and they are playing assignment football, and they are everywhere.
I think they understand that Northside can't hit them deep, and so they're creeping up, staying within 15 yards of the line of scrimmage, and just attacking now.
I believe that you're right. I'm sure that what we talked about in-game adjustments, I think that was one of the things talked about at halftime, and they have certainly come out and dominated.
High snap, but it's corralled, and the punt was, I don't know if it was blocked, but it came off the side of the foot but took a big north side roll. It's going to end up rolling barely into Grapevine territory and out at the 48-yard line. It's going to be only a 30-yard punt, but could have been much worse.
Awkward-looking punt. I'm not, like you said,
it kind of went sideways off the foot.
Yeah.
but once it hit the turf, it rolled almost 15 yards into Grapevine territory. So the Mustangs will take over at their own 48-yard line, 1st and 10. As the Mustang offense comes back out onto the field, Colt Mercer in at quarterback with Reed Watkins at tailback. 2 receivers stacked to the right side, single receiver left. Mercer takes the shotgun snap. He'll give it to Watkins this time and gets dragged down by the ankle as he tried to get away. It's going to end up getting about a 2-yard gain, but that time number 44 for Northside, Brandon Gandera, the 6', 190-pound junior defensive lineman, just didn't let go of the foot.
Interesting here, Grapevine not slowing down at all.
Handoff to Watkins on tempo. He gets inside the 45, near a first down at the 42-yard line. Just a little simple zone read handoff, pulled a couple of linemen into the hole that time and led the way for Watkins, and they will give him the first down on an 8-yard carry.
And I really enjoy seeing Watkins having this success being pulled up to varsity just a few weeks ago.
Watkins taking the handoff, getting hit at the 40, and he'll get dropped right there. Did the ball come out? It did. It's a fumble on the play. It was recovered by number 32, Jesse Chapa, the senior linebacker. Watkins got hit, and the ball popped loose. And a turnover, the first of the ball game by the Mustangs, and Northside will take over at their own 40-yard line.
First mistake for the Mustangs. We'll see if that's the jolt that the Northside offense needs to come out and try to have a little bit of success.
Grapevine had some reserve linemen in. I know Ted Grossi, number 75, was in on that possession. But after the turnover, the Steers take over at their own 41, where they mark it officially. Snap back, handoff up the middle, picking his way forward up to about the 45, 46-yard line is a new runner. We've got number 32, Jesse Chapa, who just recovered the fumble, comes in at tailback and gets a handoff. There was a flag on the play. It looked like Grapevine may have jumped off sides.
I believe that would be the call.
It was a 5-yard gain either way, so you would think that the Northside Steers would take the penalty and keep the down. And I believe that is what they are. That is what they're going to do. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. The Mustangs up 59-7. Northside with the ball at their own 46-yard line now, 1st and 5. Chapa still in at tailback on this possession. Snap is over the head of Salazar. No. He just able to get back and fall on it, and that's going to do it for the play. That snap was high, and Salazar really didn't have much of a chance to corral that one. All he could do was just try and get back and get on top of it. And it's a huge loss on the play all the way back to the 30-yard line of Northside.
Tough if you're Salazar because you're starting to have a little momentum. You have a penalty after a decent run, and then the ball sails over your head.
16-yard loss on the play. They just go with a handoff to Chapa, and he gets taken down right at the line of scrimmage that time by number 42, Garrett Gardner. Nice to see him back again this week, getting a few more snaps tonight. He drops Chapa right at the line for no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
What are they going to hear? This will be a bigger Salazar trying to do something with his legs. That seems to be the play that they would do in this situation.
2 receivers to each side with Chapa as the tailback, snap back. And Salazar's going to keep it on the zone read, finds some room out near the 30. Nice run all the way out to the original line of scrimmage at the 41, but unfortunately you needed 10 more yards. Nice job that time by Salazar to get some yardage on the play.
And now they'll go for it, being closer up to midfield. Oh, it's only 3rd down.
It's 4th down. It's 4th down and 10 at the 41. Yeah, they just haven't switched it yet.
There you go.
4th and 10.
Okay. So 4th down. They're going to go for this, looks like.
They are, but they're going to let the play clock run out here in the third quarter as we have come to the end of the third quarter here at Farrington Field in downtown Fort Worth. The Grapevine Mustangs leading the Northside Steers by a score of 59-7. You're listening to Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
This is Josh Brown, owner of Cryo Nation in Grapevine and official cryotherapy provider for our Mustangs. Are you dealing with pain, soreness, or inflammation? Do you want to recover faster? Are you trying to lose weight? Tighten, tone, firm the skin? Do you want to sleep better and have more energy? Then you need cryotherapy. In just 3 minutes of cryotherapy, you can accomplish all this and more. Recover faster, look incredible, live your best life. Try cryotherapy today at CryoNation and Grapevine for only $15. Get cold, not old.
Customers all across Texas are upgrading for less at Classic Chevrolet and Grapevine. With a classic deal, it's easy to trade up and possibly lower your payments. New Chevys arriving daily. Others might, but Classic never, and I mean never, charges more than MSRP. That's Texas true pricing. 800 pre-owns on the ground. Just a few clicks to buy online with our Easy Pass. A classic deal is here. Waiting could cost you.
Classic Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
We come back on fourth down as the officials are in a hurry tonight, apparently. The shotgun snap on fourth down comes back. The quarterback, Salazar, scrambles around and basically just throws up a prayer trying to get the first down, and the pass was almost intercepted by Blake Burgess, number 30, the defensive back, as it looked like he had it and it just went through his hands, but incomplete either way. It's Grapevine ball after the turnover on downs.
Close to being a complete disaster for Northside as he threw it right to the Grapevine defender. And here comes the offense. Is it
Northside
Berryman?
this is Evan Baum, number 9,
Evan Baum's
checking in at quarterback now. Possession as Baum gets his first snap of the night. Still has Reed Watkins at tailback. Little play action, swing pass out to the far side, inside the 40, the 35. Nice open field tackle that time, preventing a bigger gain. C.J. Holmes with the catch and run as he was brought down around the ankles by number 28, Isaiah Ibarra. Or actually, that may have been Darren, 28-26. Snap back after the 7-yard gain. Hand off to Watkins up the middle. He's going to get the first down inside the 30 and pushing the pile forward down to about the 27 for a 7-yard gain.
We haven't had a lot
to move the chains.
Excuse me. We haven't had a lot of opportunity to talk about the offensive line, but that time they really got that hard push. Nice to see that.
1st and 10. Snap back. Hand off to Watkins again. Over right guard, pushing his way inside the 25 down to the 23. That'll be a gain of 4 yards. In the game on the offensive line for the Studs, we do have a lot of the reserves in. At center, number 52, Alex Holgan. Number 60, Preston Love at guard. Garrick Moorhead, number 65. At the other guard, Braden Johnson, number 72, at one tackle. And then the other tackle, number 75, Ted Grossi. 2nd and 6 now. Snap back, handoff up the middle to Watkins. He breaks into the open field, inside the 5, touchdown! Reed Watkins busted through the middle, busted through the defense, and punched it into the end zone. Nice job by Watkins coming back after that fumble to get himself a score.
Crucial mistake by Northside. They had a very late substitution. A player had run off last second. A player was running on and was stuck here on the near side of the field. So they're missing a player in that defense, and they take advantage of Reed Watkins right up the middle. You got to feel good for him coming off the fumble that he gets the opportunity to go ahead and run in for a touchdown.
23 yards on the score for Reed Watkins. J.D. Rice on for the extra point. The kick is up. The kick is good. 9.5 minutes to go in the ball game. 66-7 Grapevine. You're listening to Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easy to gear up and have fun out there. Order at academy.com and get free shipping or free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Plus, get free assembly on most bikes and grills. Shop now. Free assembly applies to in-store purchases only. Free shipping applies to most orders over $25.
The world of banking is like the world of sports. There are winning teams and losing teams. I bank with Prosperity Bank because it's a winning team. It's a team of real bankers who know how to make loans. And they're interested in making you a loan right now. That's a surefire win-win. Prosperity Bank is the big bank with your community bank inside, where you find real bankers, not just a bank. ProsperityBankUSA.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender. This ad is not a commitment to lend.
It's Pre-Owned Truck Month at Classic Chevrolet. Over 350 pre-owned trucks to choose from. We've allocated millions to pay top dollar for your trade. Get an instant appraisal with our online Easy Pass. Find new roads.
Relax, enjoy the difference.
Mustangs on their way to moving to 5-2 on the season and to 4-0 in district play as J.D. Rice sets up to kick this one away from the 40-yard line. Kickoff is high, a little bit short this time. It's going to hit at the 13 and go out of bounds. That time J.D. Rice kind of hooked that one a little bit, and it's going to let the Steers start at their own 30 after the penalty.
About their best starting position of the evening. That ball just kind of got away there on a little unfortunate hop off the turf.
Mustangs up 66-7 after the 23-yard touchdown run from Reed Watkins. His third touchdown on the ground this season.
And again, he just came up not too long ago.
A couple of weeks ago, yep. After the
injuries.
Creekview game, he got promoted after, and has run strong since coming up.
Taking advantage.
Snap back, handoff on first down up the middle. Nice strong run out to about the 35-yard line as Chapa still in at tailback on this possession. Takes that handoff for about a 5-yard gain. Sets up second 5 at the 35-yard line.
Looks like we've got the Northside 1s versus the Grapevine 2s and 3s right now.
Yep. We got Garrett Gardner at one defensive end. The other defensive end right now is Austin Turner, number 44, and in at nose tackle, number 51, Holden Brown.
We have here on the near side Redmond Webb, number 8 at cornerback, 5'8", 150-pound junior.
Snap back handoff again to Chapa, and this time he gets stood up. In on the tackle at the point of contact is number 15, Caleb Meyerhofer, who's in it at one of the linebacker spots. They're going to give him forward progress out to the 37 for a gain of about a yard.
That's some fantastic team defense.
Yep. Nice job filling the gap that time. Michael Northup, number 32, at the middle linebacker spot. And over here at the will linebacker spot is number 40, Henry Esses. Mishak and Goy at one cornerback spot. As you mentioned earlier, Redmond Webb at the other spot. In at one of the safety spots is Caleb Miles, number 38.
And number 2, Dylan Hohenberger, is at the other. 6'2", 175-pound, also plays receiver, senior.
3rd and 3, handoff to Chapa, and he's going to pick his way to the first down. Found a little bit of room over the left side and gets out to the 40-yard line to move the chains. Now checking in at nose tackle is number 70, Christian Gallardo.
You like seeing all these kids get their opportunity to come out on a Thursday night and get some time in the game.
Also checking in, a kid who just got promoted this week from the JV, number 54, sophomore Devin Thomas at the other defensive end, as Aiden Cassidy is unavailable this week due to an injury. So snap for the young sophomore Devin Thomas here. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line for Northside. And we're going to stop play. We'll see if this is a false start or an offsides.
Take a guess here and say it was offsides.
Devin Thomas came across the line, but I think there was movement.
Could be wrong.
Yep, it was a false start.
That's what you get for guessing.
I thought so. I think it was number 70, Jorge Casas, who went a little quick that time. I'll check that. No, number 70. Number 50.
And that has
number
to
50,
be about their
Efren Galindo.
That has to be about their 5th false start of the game.
They've had a
snap
few
penalties, never fun.
Grapevine's also jumped off sides a couple of times. Shotgun snap back. It's through the hands of Salazar, and he's trying to get on it, and he doesn't. Grapevine picks it up, covers the fumble. Big number 70, who's checked in, Christian Gallardo, the senior nose tackle, comes in and falls on the ball as Salazar tried to corral it but couldn't get control of it, and it bounced away from him, and Gallardo falls on it for the fumble recovery.
Didn't really look like a bad snap. It looked like it hit
just
him
went
about
through his
eye
hands,
level.
yeah.
And maybe he was looking downfield already, lost focus on the ball, went through his hands. Good recovery by the Grapevine defense once again, just dominant up front.
So the offense comes back onto the field at the Northside 23-yard line. Evan Baum at quarterback with Reed Watkins at tailback. Snap back, little swing pass, the bubble screen again, caught at the 25, inside the 20, inside the 15, and then dragged out of bounds and kind of slung down that time over on the sideline. That was number 22, C.J. Holmes. Made a nice little catch and run, but good. One of the Northside defenders got a hold of the jersey and just slung him out of bounds after a 9-yard gain at the, I believe that's at the 14-yard line. 2nd and 1. Baum in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands off to Watkins, picks his way inside the 10 for the first down, driving the legs forward all the way down to the 7-yard line. So that'll be a gain of 7. 1st and goal now for the Grapevine offense as we're under 4 minutes to go in the ball game.
Watkins taking the brunt of the carries here. Parker Polk getting a much-deserved rest on the sideline.
Yeah, I think he's earned it.
Absolutely,
after 4 touchdowns tonight. 1st and goal for Grapevine at the 7. Shotgun snap to Baum, handoff to Watkins, inside the 5 and into the end zone for the touchdown. The junior Reed Watkins with touchdowns on back-to-back possessions.
And just a few weeks ago, he was tearing it up on the JV field, and
Coach,
he got a couple
Coach
of
Alexander,
injuries.
yeah, he told us that he had been really doing well on JV this season, and when the injuries happened after the Creekview game, called him up, and he's had some really strong runs in his time on the field over these last 3 weeks.
Yeah, there really doesn't seem to be much of a drop-off when he does come into the game, and so, man, you just feel good for a kid like that has paid his dues, not playing varsity, gets picked up to varsity, and takes advantage of his opportunity.
J.D. Rice on for the extra point. Actually, is this Rice or is this Holden? I believe that's 47.
Yes.
That's Hayden Rhodes. Hayden Rhodes. Kick is up. Kick is good for Hayden Rhodes for the extra point. It's a lot to a little here at
70 Burger.
Yep. Farrington Field. Grapevine Mustangs football presented by Classic Chevrolet on Champion Sports Radio.
Do you feel your home is too humid and slightly musty? Do you have that room or side of the house you don't use because it's too hot or too cold? Do you have family members struggling with health issues or allergies? Then contact Energy Attic and transform your living spaces by transforming your attic. Energy Attic uses a 3-part energy reduction system to make your home or office as comfortable and energy efficient as possible, saving you money, reducing your carbon footprint, and improving indoor air quality. Who doesn't want to save money, breathe cleaner air, and sleep better? Energy Attic helps improve your home climate control, reduces those cold and hot pockets, makes it more comfortable throughout, and saves you up to 40% on your energy bill. It's fast and easy to schedule your free Energy Attic audit. Simply visit energyattic.com and fill out the form. Virtual appointments are available as well. Now is the time to get your project started. So let Energy Attic show you how much you can love the comfort of your home. energyattic.com. Attic solutions to transform your life.
Grapevine lining up to kick things off as we're drawing near the end of this ball game tonight here at Farrington Field in downtown Fort Worth. Mustangs on their way to moving to 5-2. Northside will fall to 3-4 tonight and a 1-3 in district play. Kickoff from Hayden Rhodes. Nice deeper kick this time. Caught at about the 6-7 yard line. Going to be returned up the middle to the 15, the 20, and then maybe not even going to. Oh, he's still on his feet. Wow, what a run. 25-30 and into the open field. And this is going to be a kickoff return for a touchdown. Northside is going to take this to the house as number 28 for the Northside Steers, Isaiah Ibarra, the 5'8", 165-pound freshman, somehow stayed on his feet as he was getting wrapped up about the 19-yard line, got slung around, and somehow was able to keep himself upright and then just turned the corner as the Grapevine players all thought he was down too, and it's basically slowed up. He kept running and just took off up the sideline. Officially, that's going to be about a 93, 94-yard touchdown return on a kickoff.
Really one of the first breakdowns we've seen in the Grapevine special teams this year.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give all the credit to Northside. That's one of the most exciting plays you're going to see, and that ends the game, right?
It looked for all the world like he was down, and he just somehow stayed up and took it to the house. What a run by Isaiah Ibarra, the freshman. The extra point is up, and it is good, and that ends up being the final play of the ball game as the final score tonight will be 73-14. But man, what an ending to the ball game for the young freshman Isaiah Ibarra.
Yeah, not going to leave a great taste in Coach Alexander's mouth. I'm sure it'll be a focus going into this week's of practice. But wow, was that exciting! I was glad that we were here for that.
Nice for the Steers in a game that really got out of control, got out of hand tonight from a score standpoint. See them end on a positive note. So good for that young man.
They fought to the end, right? They fought to the end. Give them credit. Grapevine just came out in that second half and completely dominated.